only by frozen memories. Lost inside, racing all these broken dreams tonight. And we'll Take me away from home. Show me all the places I've never known. And we'll chase nights, race all of these broken dreams in flight. And we'll up here, we're free, bound only by frozen memories, lost in time, racing all these broken dreams tonight. And we'll Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Duo Esports Week 1, Day 3, Game 1 of, we're not sure how many are going to be played today. We had 4 scheduled for today. We had a couple of them moved to tomorrow as a reschedule, just a couple players couldn't make it. Today's first game, Eskimos versus Black Peppers, was in fact a forfeit on the side of Eskimos. Roasted Black Peppers going to walk away with the win for Eskimos not being able to be on time. We gave them more than an adequate amount of time to be there, and they were not all ready to go in the lobby at 10 after, so we went ahead and made it a forfeit. We're going to go ahead and ask you guys to stick around with us for a couple minutes while we see if we can get the ESG versus staff game set up and ready to go. We'll be back shortly. Thank you guys for watching. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Duo Esports Bronze Silver Gold Competitive Series Week 1, Day 3, Game 1. I am Buff Zoe, also known as Shuno's #1 fan or Rakan in Duo Esports. Here with me today, I have Sonic Cabs. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing great after this massive fiesta that we've been having.
20 minutes late is better than not late at all. Eskimos losing all 5 bans on the day. They are not ban a single champion, giving RBP a huge advantage in pretty much the entire pick ban phase and throughout most of the game. And an Udyr ban from the side of Roasted Black Peppers.
Yeah, I feel Roasted Black Peppers, since they get 5 bans, they can just literally just ban out just 1 or 2 people for Eskimos, and then basically Eskimos probably won't know what to do because then they have to pick some random champs at that point.
I don't disagree with you there. I think that banning probably all the junglers that Crepe plays would be the best possible way to win them this game.
Right on the ban from the side of Eskimos.
Another ban to the jungle once more as Warwick is taking a seat on the side of Roasted Black Pepper's ban list, and it looks like we're going to move right on through the third and final ban from Phase 1 from Les Eskimos is probably going to be not.
Yeah, and it looks like you said it right on the nose about banning all the junglers of Crepe over here.
Indeed, and I think that's how they're going to continue to play it. Banning Crepe, he seems to be one of the weak links on the team, but I haven't really seen this Les Eskimos squad in action quite yet, so as we move through pick ban phase, what do you expect to be first picked? Yasuo last ban, altering from the jungle pool to the mid lane and top lane.
First pick for Eskimos, they're going to pick up one of Crepe's junglers like right now. That way he doesn't just get banned out, because they're obviously targeting banning him from the side of Roasted Black.
Right, but also Graves is still up, Trundle is still up, Jax is still available and locked in for Crepe. I'm not sure if Malzahar I'll lock in for by the looks of a Death Scythe, and the Scion
we all know who that's going
for Roasted Black Pepper. There is an almost 100% chance this is the Army Overlord special, but it is still technically a flex pick as CGM could play it, but it is most likely Army Over supports Scion.
And it looks like that's going to be Jax top and Jarvan in the jungle for the side of Eskimos.
Right. Coming in, Jarvan being locked in for Crep, most likely, however, could be flexed to the top lane for Deadlock, and Jax could be in the jungle as well. Just depends, has a good matchup into most junglers either way. And Azir for Exodia in the mid lane. How do you feel about that? Blind pick, not blind pick, into the Malzahar.
I feel like Azir and the Malzahar is pretty good because they both can each farm a lot between each other, so they can farm in safe distances. The only problem is I feel like Azir is in a weaker position at the moment because his damage was nerfed a while back, and they've never really done too much to rebuff him at all.
Have they ever done such a thing as buff Azir? And the Ezreal lock-in from Death Scythe, looking to pick that in the AD carry position. As you guys know, 8.11 did drop about 2 days ago now. Pike came out, pretty strong champion. All the ADC changes came through. A lot of the Rage Blade and anti-crit builders such as Ezreal, Kog'Maw, Kai'Sa, those kinds of champions are very, very strong right now. Lucian going to go ahead and take a seat on the ban side, on the bans in the second half of pick ban phase from Roasted Black Peppers, and it looks like the 4th ban from Les Eskimos is going to be once more not a thing.
I'm okay with that Lucian ban as well, because right now, since Kog'Maw and Ezreal and all those are being more and more played now, Lucian's actually a pretty good counter to them because his early to mid game's way stronger than theirs, so he can just bully them out of the laning phase.
Cannot say I disagree with you, and as we move into the final ban of this game, let's see what CGM and crew decides to throw down onto the list. They've still got an 80 carry left to choose and a support left to be chosen as well for the side of Les Eskimos, and on the side of Roasted Black Peppers, they still need a jungler and a support. Looks like Misfortune, one of the highest win rate 80 carries at the moment, going to go ahead and take herself a seat on the bans as well.
Yeah, I also feel like it's a pretty good band. They could, for B-Sad, if he throw it in some support with a lot of CC, they have Jarvan locked down. That's a pretty good MF ult combo that they can have pulled off.
Cannot say I disagree with you there. One thing that I would like to see coming out from Roasted Black Peppers is I would love to see them pick the Tahm Kench and put that Scion in the top lane, something that I know Army Overlord would not be a big fan of. However, I think picking Tom Kench into that team comp so far just speaks numbers to me. But the Annie Hover from Goertzen tells me that they want to go for a little bit more aggressive action in the bot lane early on.
I haven't seen Annie in quite a while. That could also be Malzahar support. I think that is also now becoming a thing as well.
And the Ornn lock-in from CGEM, and as you said, Malzahar support still possible. There's a lot of flex picking going on right now. There's still the possibility of Psy on top and Orange support with the Malzahar mid. There's a lot of different places that a lot of champions can go. On the side of RBP, moving on along to the blue side, locked in for Cryptic is the Caitlyn. I'm going to be very excited to see how Caitlyn works in the new meta. I have not actually seen a good Caitlyn player as of 8.11's drop, but we are underneath of Platinum 5, so not a lot of good players, period. Kappa.
I have seen one good Caitlyn so far, and I played against her, and it was actually still very hard to actually kill her, even with the changes.
Morgana bot lane versus Ezreal and most likely Sion. However, something could be amiss. Could see something relatively cheesy from Roasted Black Peppers, and it looks like it's going to be that Graves lock-in for Stojan on the red side of the map, and Roasted Black Peppers picking themselves up a very top-tier jungler right now who also builds Phantom Dancer for a little bit more dual potential, and I think the new Infinity Edge on him is going to be really good later stages of the game.
And before, you didn't even build Infinity Edge on Graves. That wasn't an actual thing. And now that it's been changed, I feel like that's actually going to be a good item for him now as well.
Right, you are. Well, as we move into game, let's take a look at the summoner spells. 3 out of 4 potential teleports coming in the entire game. That's quite a lot of global pressure for Roasted Black Peppers. They have a semi-global from the Ornn ult, they have Ornn's teleport and Malzahar's teleport as well, and then the Sion ult, which could also technically be considered semi-global.
Yeah, that's a lot of distance engaged that they have. I feel like they're going to be trying to play from back in the lanes. Like, Sion will come roam to, like, mid lane, for an example, and he will ult at tier 2 tower and try to get the mid laner, Azir, off of the Malzahar ult, or he'll do it in the top lane.
A lot of different things that Army could do with that Sion, one of his best champions in his pool. Meanwhile, on the blue side of the map, Caitlyn Morgana, definitely not a slouch in the bot lane pre-8.11, and really nothing to change that in 8.11. Honestly, I think that in the early game, Les Eskimos kind of just runs away with this game, but while in the top lane, Ornn does take a decent chunk of Jax's early game health and wins a lot of early game trades, but there's a lot of different stories on the other halves of the map. Bot lane, definitely a win for Les Eskimos, but top lane, not so much. Favor of Roasted Black Peppers. How do you feel about the jungle matchup?
The jungle matchup, I obviously like to play Jarvan, and I also enjoy Graves. But Graves actually can farm a lot faster than Jarvan can, so Jarvan. Yeah, I said that right. My bad. And Graves should be able to start ganking lanes a lot faster than Jarvan can. Jarvan's clear early on until he hits level 3 is actually really slow. Because I normally have to skip an extra camp, that way I could keep up with the other jungler just so I can make it to the top side Scuttle Crab if I start red side.
Right, you are. Well, as we're about a minute and a half on the spectator delay, I want your thoughts. Who do you think is going to be able to take away the first win of the season for these two teams?
Ask me that one more time.
All right, as we move into the game, who do you think is going to take away the first win out of these two teams? Neither one of them secured themselves a victory just yet in the Bronze, Silver, Gold competitive series. Who do you think is going to walk away with it?
I feel like Roasted Black Peppers has the easier win here, because when it comes to late game, they definitely have the late game built onto their side. The problem I see with late Eskimos is if it ever gets to late game, Ezreal's going to be able to just chunk out almost everyone on that team because they are all very squishy. If Jarvan decides to go damage, he's just going to die if he attempts to go in. So if him and Jax both build tank, they should have a better chance of winning in the late game.
Well, we shall see. We are 30 seconds out on the spectator delay. The Azir with the barrier versus the Malzahar with the teleport. A little bit more of a defensive summoner spell coming out from Exodia, whereas Death Scythe just wants to answer a teleport from Deadlock across the map. Maybe put a little bit of side lane pressure down with his Voidlings and his nearly unmatched wave clear in this game. with his what's it called? Malefic Visions. Excuse me. The Malefic Visions put down on a minion, start a slow push, walk away, teleport mid lane if you need to into the team fight. But as we move in, we've got a lot to look at, and a level 1 invade is very possible side of Les Eskimos.
I feel like Roasted Black Pepper is going to be set up for that level 1 invade. And just waiting in a bush, and whoever comes in near that bush, that person's going to die.
Right, you are. And as we move into game, I want to see who all people are rooting for in Twitch chat. Let's get a little bit of action going from everybody at home. Who you think is going to win, Les Eskimos or Roasted Black Peppers? And right on into the game.
So let me ask you, Rakan, who do you think has a chance to win this game?
Oh, without question, Roasted Black Peppers. They just have the better comp overall throughout the entire game. Caitlyn needs a little bit more time to scale now that Infinity Edge doesn't give base crit anymore, but rather double crit. Also, they've got a lot more consistent damage output from the Ezreal and the Graves compared to the Azir Caitlyn in the early game. Jax has a lot of burst damage for sure, especially with that Conqueror making him do a lot. Jarvan has a lot of burst damage too, but they're a rather squishy team early compared to the Ornn, W, and the Malzahar with his Spell Shield, and Sion just being naturally tanky, stacking up with that W passive, giving him 3 extra health every time he kills a minion, 6 if it is on a large minion or monster, and 10 on champion takedown. So that's a lot of bonus health stacking coming out from the Sion in that bot lane.
Couldn't say it better myself.
Phase Rush Graves coming in from Stojan. Not sure if that was 100% mistake or if he took it on purpose, but we'll have to see how it works out for him. I personally am a fan of Electrocute or Fleet Footwork, depending on which matchup you are.
When I play Graves, I've tried Electrocute and Fleet Footwork, and I personally like Electrocute because in the early game it gave you the extra burst to get a kill. This Phase Rush is really awkward because you have to hit your abilities to make sure that it's going to go off, and if you miss your Q, then you have to auto that person twice, and that can get you killed just to get the Phase Rush proc.
Right,
and at that point, as you're chasing them down, but you still have to load your gun before you even get to shoot again, so they can still flash away from you.
Right, you are. Well, here we go, loading into game, keeping note of the commencing stopwatch in the inventory for a BSAD on the Morgana and the minion dematerializer on the Ornns, on CGEM's Ornn, excuse me, starting with corruption potions both in the top lane. And note the item differences from the jungler, the Hunter's Machete compared to the Hunter's Talisman from the Jarvan and the Graves.
This Graves he's doing a very interesting build. This might be a new thing right now with maybe some of the new items in Korea at the moment or something like that. Some really big nation. Hunter's Machete's potion mark for Jarvan is very standard, but this Hunter's Talisman is very unusual for Graves.
Indeed it is. He'd rather have that early lifesteal rather than that mana sustain, especially considering he's on a more blue side oriented half of the map where he can take his blue buff and get a better leash from his bot lane. Interesting to see how it will affect his early.
I wonder if he's going to try to do some type of new clear. Like he maybe, like, let's say for example, they leash for like a few seconds on blue, then he runs to Scuttle, then he goes straight to red and then the other Scuttle or something like that.
Indeed. As we see Jarvan clearing out his blue buff first, or his red buff, excuse me, and the Graves taking his blue buff, moving over to the Gromp, able to clear that camp relatively quickly. Ezreal leaving him a Mystic Shock on the way out, headed to lane, and a ping onto the Jarvan. Looks like he's been spotted on a ward already. Not 100% sure what he's trying to do, but a smart ward. Indeed, but a smart ward from the Graves spots it out, and he is going to take the Scuttle Crab, most likely uncontested, but the Graves does know about it, so he can move to the top half of the map.
Well, now Graves has been seen because he took not too much of a very good path to his next jungle camp. Or to the Scuttle Grab.
Moving right along to next Scuttle Crab. The top half Scuttle Crab killed by Stojan and Roasted Black Pepper's jungler. And the bot half Scuttlecrab killed off by less Eskimos is Jarvan.
Oh, looks like we could have a level 2 fight right here going on. Looks like Jarvan. Oh! Looks like Jarvan got the smite on that.
Missed himself a flag and drag. Looks like they're just gonna take it and walk away, but this is that point where Jarvan actually gets a little bit better end of this trade. Stojan not looking very comfortable on that Graves, missing the end of the line on the wall for the reset extra damage onto the Raptor camp. Taking a lot from this camp. He's gonna have to smite it for the extra health.
Yeah, that Hunter's Machete probably would be a lot better for him at the moment. I still want to know what's his reason to get Hunter's Talisman. Looks like Ornn, though, is having a fun time in the top lane. He's already shoved Jax right out of the lane, having to recall at level 3.
And like I said, that Jax loses a lot of early trades versus that Ornn. He's down 8 CS and already having to recall. Can't even stay for that wave. I like to play Ornn on top a little bit myself, and I know exactly how it feels to be the Jax and the Ornn in this matchup. It feels pretty good to be able to bully him out. Feels really bad for getting bullied out.
Jax already TPing back the lane without getting full health.
Burning a corruption potion stack on return. Looks like Ornn's gonna back off for now. Probably gonna recall in to get himself a refreshed corruption potion, but no, just feigning the recall, telling the Jax, hey, push this out for me. I want to farm safely too.
I'm assuming Ornn's gonna try to freeze it right at his tower.
Be the smart thing for him to do. That way his jungler can gank and Crepe cannot. Be very simple for him to do, considering Deadlock doesn't have TP. If they can kill him or at least force him back to base, really important for them.
Ornn
trade in the top lane.
Looks like Ornn is getting out traded by the Jax right now, but Jax took too much minion damage here going back into the fight. Looks like Ornn might take that. Maybe not. In your opinion, what do you think Graves needs to do right now to actually catch back up with the Jarvan? Because Jarvan's actually had inexperience and farm.
I don't think he needs to worry so much about catching up. As I say that, there is a green ward spotting the Jarvan out on the gank path mid lane, but the Malzahar's playing it smart, knows he's Zoom, not level 6 quite yet, does in fact have that TP, get back to lane much faster.
Looks like we gotta find the bot lane though. We're gonna have to use her spell shield just to get out of safety. Ezreal and Caitlyn are still trading though. Looks like Caitlyn won that trade.
Flash, pulverize.
Flash from Sion.
Last decimating smash not quite gonna connect, but the Piltover Peacemaker, excuse me, that's really hard to say apparently. Flipping the Ezreal, putting him really low in this Siphon Soul and Tormenting Soil combo, keeping that Morgana relatively healthy. The Dark Binding lands on the Morgana, she takes the power shot. So that for now, and first blood from the Graves, nice flash auto forward to cure himself the kill.
Looks like Jarvan's wanting to try to still do something right here. I don't think he's been spotted at all. If Caitlyn could bait this actually could be an easy kill onto the Ezreal.
The Jarvan is here, but Sion does have Decimating Smash available, and as well as the Roar of the Slayer and the Soul Furnace. Looks like they're just gonna walk away for now to flash.
Caitlyn with the flash in.
Peacemaker, Arcane Shift away, keeps him nice and healthy.
Sion's gonna get the kill, they're still chasing. Sion
Knight from the
gets
Sion,
kill
flash
being
forward
nice,
from the
but
Jarvan.
this is intense.
What a rough game. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, small trade going very aggressive for Exodia, getting silenced with Malefic Visions taking on him, taking a lot of damage from that Malzahar. May be down in experience, but he definitely is not down in spirit. He is keeping up just a couple CS short, getting that catalyst to the answer stinger from Exodia, and looks like we're going to have a lot of trading in the top and mid lane. Ornn purchasing a Bramble Vest, getting in there for a nice little trade, gets stunned up by the counter strike in the top lane, and then the end of that. Ornn's going to be able to push this tower down relatively early, simply due to the fact that Jax has not yet had jungle pressure. Jarvan's trying to gank bot lane, who is Call of the Forge God goes in, Ornn takes him down. Beautiful stuff from CGEM, knowing the limits of the champion, only burning his flash and his ult for a free kill. Absolutely. And we got a slash pause. Not be duo without a pause. Looks like there is an IRL situation for Roasted Black Pepper's top lane, and he has to go AFK for a few minutes. Right back, and while we'll take his time to take a look at the game, 17 CS down for the Jacks in the top lane, even CS for the Graves, catching up rather quickly, especially with that kill, securing him a little bit extra gold, sitting on top of about 1,200 gold right now to the Jarvans, 265 coming fresh out of base. 54 to 50 in the mid lane in favor of Exodia's Azir, and 46 to 37 in the bot lane for the Caitlyn over Ezreal. Ezreal not quite using that Mystic Shot to secure himself some safe last hits, eating a lot of Piltover Peacemakers and Dark Bindings. Definitely taking a lot more damage in the lane than he should be. Looking at a pause here. Still waiting on confirmation that RBP's top laner is back and ready to play. Looking at Ezreal with a pickaxe tier to the F sword from the Caitlyn for the time. BF sword on the Caitlyn to upgraded support items and boots 1 for Army Overlord. Playing incredibly well on this Scion at the moment. Bramble best pickup from the Ornn will mitigate pretty much everything the Jax is attempting to do in that laning phase, so he can build the items he actually wants to. Meanwhile, Jarvan down a smite item currently, looking try and pick himself up. Well, trying to pick himself back up into this game, and it looks like Graves is going to be recalling. Looks like for a Caulfield's Warhammer, as well as a control ward, keep himself nice and safe in that jungle. Get himself a little bit of deep vision. Keep tabs on the Jarvan. Definitely can start out skirmishing with that challenging smite, compared to what the Jarvan would most likely also build challenging smite. But seen a couple different things coming out from a couple different people in the last few days, and as we move forward in this pause, we are waiting for confirmation that CGM is in fact okay and everything can get back to rolling on time.
Have we gotten any confirmation on Sigma yet?
Not quite yet. CGM is not back. Does not seem that he is ready to go just yet.
Looks like Army has asked if y'all are ready.
It looks like CGM is in fact back now, and they're getting ready to get some ready checks and get us back into this game, which I'm excited because a lot more League of Legends to be played.
Write that down in the record books. That was one of the longest pause in duo esports history.
Nah, not even close, dude. Moving on, we've got farming in the bot lane. Dark Bonding not quite going to connect in the bot lane from BSAD. Just going to right back along. CGM going to go ahead and get a nice recall off. Pick himself up another 2 cloth armors. Mitigate almost all of Jax's damage at this point in the game. Jax finally getting a Tiamat, but 0-1-0, 29 CS to 46 to 1-0-0 Ornn. That's got to feel bad, man.
Yeah, at this point, Jarvan might have to stay topside to just help out Jax. Like, Ornn's not super far ahead. They probably wouldn't be able to kill him, but if he just shows him that he's topside, it can relieve pressure on the top lane and allow Jax to farm.
Cannot say I disagree. Jack's going to pick up a small little chunk of the wave in the bot side. Going to drop himself a green ward, play relatively safe. Lane's going to equalize in pressure for the time being. Going to use the Bellows Breath to get a little trade down. CGM doing quite a lot of damage at this point in the game, just simply due to the fact that Ornn's base damage is
Looks
extraordinarily
like
high.
Morgana though is cut out right here.
Morgana going to have to walk out of that one relatively unscathed. Just a little bit of poke damage onto her, and she walks back to lane. Fortunately, Siphon Soul is relatively good at that. You just throw down the Tormented Soil on top of somebody you land your Dark Binding on, get a lot of health back from it. Her passive being very good at that. It's
Here
like
comes
a
the counter
gank in
game
the
from the
top lane.
Jarvan with the Cataclysm going in. Still now it's back onto the Ornn. Jarvan's very low though. Graves can easily steal this. Jackson and Jarvan are going low. They're still dancing back and forth. Jarvan better get out there. He will die now.
As of right now, do not know, but Jarvan recalling in a very greedy position. All of the Forge got almost off cooldown, 10 seconds on that, but they look like they're going to try and gank CGM once more, but he has a lot of armor. That is a very tanky Ornn, my friend. Don't we want to try that?
Yeah,
So
it's
Jarvan's
just better.
recall.
You just stand there, let Jax farm for a minute, then back.
Call of the Forge God gonna force the flash from Deadlock. Nice play from both sides, but an ultimate for a flash, definitely a huge trade in terms of top lane pressure.
Yeah, that. Oh, it looks like Ornn's still going to go in on the Jax. Jax luckily pulls a stun up in time to save himself from the death.
Yeah, CGM playing the Ornn very well. Tabai and a Bramble Vest already. The Jax cannot auto-attack him at all at this point because he will just die to the Bramble Vest passive, given a lot more magic damage than it should. Ezreal going to go ahead and get a recall off, has his magical boots and Elixir of Iron in inventory. A travel size Elixir of Iron in inventory. Also a catalyst of, not a catalyst, a Manamune in the inventory for the Ezreal. Full item completed for Ezreal, gonna make up a little bit more damage, looking to complete that Sheen soon. Meanwhile, top lane, teleport back in from Deadlock's Jax, looking to try and pick up some of that CS, maybe nullify the experience disadvantage just a little bit.
Is it still a thing for Ezreal to get the Manamune and the other scaling AP items?
Yes, Archangel Staff, it is. Yeah, double tier, Ezreal still very good, gives him a lot more damage in the late game. Looks like CGM not actually going to recall, just going to build an item straight in Jax's face. Just a bait, tried to force him into a fight he did not want, but go ahead and finish up what looks to be his Thornmail. Not quite, going to finish a Glacial Shroud, give him a little bit more mana, a little bit of CDR, a lot more armor too, so this Ornn is nigh unkillable right now for anybody that isn't his ear.
I don't think there's no need for Ornn to really go back at this point. He can just stay in lane because Jax can't kill him. Ornn's like he's going in. Oh, Jax jumps right back in there. They're trading back and forth. Looks like though we got a gank in the bot lane. Sion throws down his ult. Looks like Caitlyn's gonna go die to the Graves. Graves misses his ult though, and then down goes Jarvan.
True Shot Barrage from the Ezreal, also sniping the Morgana. 2 kills for the price of nothing more than a couple of ultimates and an Ignite in the bot lane. The Malzahar here as well, looking to pick up the first tower for RBP, playing the game surprisingly well, almost 3,000 gold up in about 11.5 minutes.
And I also feel like this could be because Eskimos also has, 3 subs in at the moment? That also could be playing a factor into it because they may not ever play with their subs. So there's
Very
a lot of
true.
miscommunication between the players.
TP from the
Teleport.
Malzahar going mid, gonna try and pick up that nice juicy wave underneath of the tower at the moment. He's trying to get himself a little bit of extra gold as RBP starts the Mountain Drake to try and secure themselves a little bit of true damage on some objectives, but they smell something's fishy, and it looks like
Morgana
RBP is
takes the
just gonna let
blast
those
cone
guys walk
inside.
away.
Oh, looks like they're gonna fight a fight. Malzahar ult onto the Jarvan. Morgana's threw down her ult. She's about to die. Oh, she died.
Flash forward from the Ezreal, dodging that Piltover Peacemaker, but he's going to get Ace in the hold. Nice heal and True Grit from the Graves to block the Ace in the hole. All in all, 1 for 0, 2 for 0 again, once more in favor of RBP, extending their gold lead to almost 5,000, picking up the Mountain Drake as well. Moving on, just going to go ahead and get a recall out. The Sheen finally completed for the Ezreal, as well as the Phage. Getting a Trinity Force on this Ezreal, super impactful at this point in the game, going to do a lot of damage. Lost Chapter Catalyst for the Malzahar. No AP just yet. Nothing full item, not a full item buy yet. Looks like he's probably going to pick up a Hextech GLP. Hextech GLP being a really good item at the moment. 9 CS lead for the Malzahar, 3 CS lead for the Ornn in the top lane, which Jax is nullified, but still that kill on the Ornn gives him a 300 gold advantage, and looks like they're going to lane swap, send the Ornn bot lane and the Scion in the Ezreal top. Make Jax's life even harder.
Decision. Yeah, because now Jax is going to have to deal with both of these in the top lane unless he wants to rotate to the bot side, but if he doesn't, then he's basically going to die.
He can farm under tower, which sounds like an easy time, but against the Scion, they can just run you down, literally.
Yeah, Scion could just walk up and just do it like this. Oh, it looks like the Scion all going down. Looks like Jax is gonna die. Oh, that was pretty fast.
Army over support gonna take the kill and give it to his ADC on a silver platter. Unbelievable play from this guy. 4-0-2 on the Ezreal, 2-0-4 on the Scion. Army Overlord, the Scion god himself of Duo Esports, playing like he knows how this champion works or something. Here comes Jarvan into the top lane.
Jarvan takes the blast cone over. Jarvan's trying to deal with the Scion right now. Flag and Drag gets canceled from the Scion. Now it looks like Jarvan's caught out, because now Jarvan's caught out between 3 players, and he goes down from the Ezreal. Now Morgana's in trouble. Looks like Morgana, though, is going to be able to make it out.
Yeah, just go ahead and speed your client up on League. Just so you can catch up to live, because
Okay, no, okay.
yeah, ride spectate system sucks, but a 7,000 gold lead for RBP at 15 minutes into the game, 0-9, 2 towers fallen already, and it looks like they're gonna try and run it down mid, killing the Rift Herald, giving it to the Graves. It looks like he might try to drop that in mid lane as well, just to secure themselves a tower. It is very low. It'd be smart to just maybe wait for the wave and then push it in.
And then drop it down for tier 2. Azir just straight up tanking. True Shot Barrage.
Absolutely, the Ornn can clear out of control where the Army getting found by the Jax and the Morgana. The Dark Binding does connect, but Army does a lot of damage. It's a nice smoke screen from the Graves to get his support out of dodge. Good flash from the Graves to keep himself out of Flag and Dragon counter-strike range, and it looks like Call of the Forge guy coming back down.
Looks like Jax is caught out. They knocked him up. Jax is down. Looks like the Eskimos is still caught out. Scion's still going in. Scion misses the knockup. Oh, but the Malzahar comes down. And Morgana is down.
Unbelievable from the Roasted Black Peppers. Almost 9,000 gold in the lead right now. It's 16 minutes into the game. Beautiful Searing Charge from CGM to catch the outer edge of that wall by Blue Buff to catch Jax off guard and knock him up. Secure themselves once more another kill. CGM playing Ornn really well, Ezreal being played surprisingly well by Goertzen, and Army playing Sion like he knows what he's doing. And all in all, RBP playing the game almost perfectly.
I think what they need to do now is just go ahead and recall, buy some items, and throw Ornn down in the bot lane, and everyone else needs to shove mid points.
I don't
Because they
disagree
can
with that. I
easily
think
win with a 4v5.
they could also take Death Scythe and put him in the top lane. They do have that double teleport advantage. They could put Death Scythe in one of the side lanes and have him pick up that wave, but there is a massive bottom wave building for the side of Les Eskimos, and that is something that either an ADC or a top laner would love to pick up for themselves right now. I'm sure Death Scythe wouldn't mind it either. That is going to be a 3,
They might-
6, 9, 10 caster minion wave in the bot lane. That is going to do a lot of damage to that tower. Looks like CGM going to come pick that farm up. That's going to be so much gold in the Ornn's pocket in just a second. Not quite going to make it there for the cannon minion, but he's going to pick every other minion up in that wave.
What I want to see them do with this Rift Herald is I want to see them drop the Rift Herald top lane and have Malzahar with the Rift Herald push as fast as possible. Ornn in the bot lane and then 3 in the mid lane. Oh, they have a 1-3-1, but they have the Rift Herald with Malzahar to push towers faster.
Not the worst idea in the world. Rift Herald probably on for another 60 seconds or so. Dark Binding not going to connect onto anything in the top lane, just trading skill shots back and forth and everybody missing them, so it doesn't really matter either way.
It
Meanwhile,
looks
in the
like
bot side,
Jax is
3-man
caught out
stack
here.
on the Jack.
Jax is knocked up. He's stuck between the wall. Looks like Jack's going to try to throw a stun and some invulnerability. He's trying to get away. Jax isn't going to get away from this. This is just going to be a dead Jax here in a second. Phase rush proc. Graves is chasing him down, hits him with the ult. Down he goes.
Lateral damage doing a lot of damage in the early stages of this game, and the Rift Herald being dropped for the bot tier 2 with a 3-man stack on it. That's a lot of Voidlings from the Malzahar to tank up the damage, making that cannon minion
Looks like
play
Sion gets
Meanwhile, in the
caught
top
out.
lane,
Sion tried to ult to get out. Oh, D0 coming down. Sion still gets a kill at the end of the day. Then
Sion
Ezreal.
dies and becomes a real champion, and Sion picks himself up a double kill. Army Overlord 5, 1, and 6 on this champion. Absolutely unstoppable, by the way. The Ezreal with
And
a
they also
fully
picked up a
stacked
great
tier of the Goddess at not even 18 minutes into the game.
And they're about to lose bot hit as well. And Graves also picked up a kill in the bot lane as well.
One Nexus Tower now at about half health in the base of Les Eskimos. This game is quickly spiraling out of control, but Goertzen overstaying his welcome, getting solo killed by Krebs Jarvan. 1-3-0 on this champion. 1-1-0 on Cryptic's Caitlyn, looking pretty sharp, pretty snazzy, but farming 1 kill and 1 death isn't all you need to win a game, my friend.
But it's a start.
It is taking the blast coming over the Malzahar and the Ornn, going to start the Ocean Drake, and Stojan's Graves forced to walk around. They said, nah, you're not allowed to party on with us.
The one thing I don't like about this Jarvan so far is he's building damage on Jarvan when he's very far behind. At this point, he should be building full tank from the beginning. Like, building damage on Jarvan when you're behind, it's just so awful. You can't burst someone down because the other team is too far ahead with health items, but you can't survive long enough in a team fight for your own team because you're too squishy now. So he's put himself in a very awkward position.
Disagree. 10,300 gold lead in favor of Roasted Black Peppers. They are just waltzing their way over to the Baron half of the map. It is live, it is ready, and everybody on at Les Eskimos is bot side except for the Jarvan. They could just do Baron if they so chose.
And Malzahar does have TP, so he can TP in at any moment.
Looks like Malzahar is in fact going to teleport on top of the Baron Nashor, and they are going to be getting a 5-man stack on it. Stojan taking some damage from it, not very much. Army Overlord and CGM going to tank up all the damage from the Baron Nashor, and it looks like this is just going to be the most free Baron Nashor of Duo Esports Season 3. And as I say, that Baron Nashor does fall at 20 minutes and 55 seconds to the Graves. Stojan missmiting a little bit, but all in all, it doesn't really matter.
Now they need to put Ornn in the top lane and everyone else just shove him in. And that's what it looks like it's going right now. Ornn's roaming to the top at the moment. Looks like we could possibly have a fight at this tower if they don't respect it, which they are respecting the power of Baron.
Indeed they are. They know they can't really fight, but a flag and drag onto Army, immediate flash out, and nice nether grasp from the Malzahar, just immediately suppressing that Jarvan, telling him, no, 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 that's my support.
And they're still wanting to try to fight here. They are disrespecting this Malzahar right now, and it's
Oh, the
costing
Forge
them a
God's
lot.
gonna knock up the Jackson, get himself killed. Ornn securing another tower. That's gonna be 3 inhibs down at 22 minutes in the game. This is just spiraling out of control for Les Eskimos. 14,400 gold in the lead for Roasted Black Peppers. This is a game that almost nobody could see coming, and it's almost the end for Les Eskimos in game 2. And here comes Silent Ult running it down. Not quite gonna connect with anything on that unstoppable
He
onslaught,
gets
but
on the blinding though.
I'm just gonna
Looks like
arcane
that
shift
ADC's gonna
forward.
go down. Israel's still chasing, trying to hit him with the Qs.
Left Vision's not quite going to pick up the Morgana on the back end of that fight, and it looks like GG, well played. Roasted Black Pepper's going to take down Les Eskimos. 3 kills to 19, 17,000 gold in the lead. At the end of the game for Roasted Black Peppers.
I think that is the fastest game so far of Duo Esports.
We had a 19-minute game yesterday, if memory serves.
I lied, never mind.
Did it not? Alright, well, gonna move right along, check the stats here really quickly. Damage dealt to champions. The Ezreal with the most in the game, obviously by quite the large amount. The next highest person in the game was the Ornn of all people, followed shortly by the Morgana. The Jax not even doing half of Army Overlord's total damage dealt to champions. That speaks wonders about the state of this entire game. It's unbelievable that the Azir was almost damaged by the Scion support.
Azir was actually outdamaged by Ornn, and Azir was also outdamaged by his own support Morgana as well.
Good to note indeed. I'm gonna move right along. Not too much to look at. This entire game was just an absolute raffle stomp. Vision was as expected. Roasted Black Peppers had control of the entire map. The majority of Les Eskimos buying control wards, surprisingly enough, but as expected, RBP having high vision scores and Eskimos having, for the most part, low.
We also got to
Definitely.
take into account Army's vision score here, because we all know how important vision score is to him. So just to make a note, he has 45 over everyone else. Just to let y'all know.
Indeed, Army Overlord with the highest vision score in the game, with also the second highest wards placed and the most control wards purchased, tied with the Malzahar and the Morgana. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for our first of many games to come today. Stick around, we'll be back in about 10 minutes, and we will get you ESG Genesis versus Staff from Duo Esports Season 3. We'll be right back. Enjoy.
See you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Duo Esports versus ESG matchup here. And it is the very interesting little situation that came across. It was not a regular season match. It's now going to be a nice, fun matchup between ESG and the staff. Join with me happens to be the cameraman himself.
Come back stronger.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Dory. Here to watch my feed, I hope.
Certainly got a lot to talk about regardless to this matchup here. Well, to be honest, it's been a meme. It's been a dream. Season 2, ESG has been one of the most beloved programs since their debut appearance in Season 1. Season 2 was one of the most beautiful epilogues for their program. And in the end, right here, we're going right up with finally the match I've been waiting for since Season 2. ESG, the season, ES3 versus the staff. And honestly, staff, you better watch it. You better be careful. One misplay might not have that chance. Right now, Xdon happens to be picking first for the team. I believe we should definitely see some very interesting picks from him right off the bat. Doran, what do you think? Dory.
Ignorant's fine with me. Looks like Xdon, Best Bot, and Friends have been relegated to other lanes because Shuno and Barbie's Naughty are taking over. Immediate Zoe lock-in for buff Zoe.
Confirms with authority says we need to get buff Zoe on the main right now.
But with Xdon playing top, he's got something to prove. Wants to get Fridge off his most recent comfort picks and start picking something fun. Oh, we see the Aatrox locked in. What?
Solid Aatrox pick by Fridge, bringing out his #1 champion of all time right here, right at this point here. Meanwhile, Hundy Trick had been training in the months and the years to getting into this Pyke matchups, preparing for this exact type of match that he's been waiting for a long time. Pyke, a stable champion, has been around for a very, very long time, but he's pulling it out for this specific match. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, bringing in some weak tier matchups here. Garen, most likely going top into Xdon's hands, gonna expect very little to nothing to go right in that top lane. Gonna be an Aatrox domination. Confirmed.
I can honestly say I haven't seen Orin play Fizz. We have been trying to convince him to, but I don't know, man. We'll see how he does. But did you know Hundetrick is actually the creator of the Pyke main subreddit?
Well, I would not be surprised. Urgot getting taken away. Garen does not want to deal with his true counter. So we'll have to see what the next pick is going to have to be. But so far, I'm liking our draft so far here. Quite a killing lane that ESG is going for. They're trying to get their opponents low in the health bar so they can make them quick and fast kills. One of the big things that kind of be very important to utilizing Pyke is to just get those health bars nice and low to that certain point. Then Pyke, you slam, wham, jam, and you just take out 3 guys with 1 ultimate. It's just so fantastic to watch. I hope we'll be able to see that from ESG coming up.
I am working on the audio death side. Thanks for asking. Let's try.
Get it up just a smidge, perhaps.
There we go. All right. My mic volume appears to be in good shape. Let me know if there's any issues.
Wait a moment here. Corki being picked in the ADC position. Will this be the synergy? As Amumu has been known to be very good in the Corki bot lane. Is this the synergy that they're looking for? I say yes. This is going to be the Amumu Corki. It's going to happen.
I'm just being informed that the bans from Best Bot and Friends is FUESG. That it is.
Wait, hold on.
Fiora, Urgot, Ezreal, Singed, Gangplank.
Oh, wow! That's amazing!
The BM!
What a next level BM! Ladies and gentlemen, what a staff group. What an incredible staff group we've got here. That is awesome.
We'll show.
What an incredible one. Lux confirmed on the final pick. Is this going to be the Amumu synergy with Corky? I am heavily excited for this situation. Please tell me this is going to be Amumu with the Corky. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm hoping. I'm praying. I'm begging. It's Morgana right now. Come on, please.
The mother
the
beeping
Amumu.
Morgana? Is it the mother beeping
It's-
Morgana? It's Karma.
Here comes the karma, on
karma.
the last
Oh, no.
second swap. No time left. We'll secure the mark. Oh, we'll secure the karma,
Karma.
actually. Oh.
They're just gonna run fast, man.
Wow. Yeah. They're going to be fast. And they're going to hit hard, and they're going to get right on top of their targets quickly. It's a Fizz switch to top lane against the Garen right now as Aatrox is mid. For the
Orin
moment.
Blade. I don't know if they're memeing. This seems more like an Orin Blade thing to do. Our boy, our newest mid laner, originally a top laner, really wanted to learn how to play mid to join the league. And he's taken beating after beating in scrims trying to figure out the role. But at the end of the day, he's just like, let me play top laners, man. Just let me play a mid. I never let him.
well, it will be the first time he gets away with that. Here's Aatrox versus Zoe in the mid lane coming up, folks. Unless this is a last second swap, we'll see in about 5 seconds for sure. What do you think? Is this going to happen?
I think Fizz handles Garen pretty well in lane. However, Garen probably gets push priority if Fizz doesn't waste his spells on the wave. Fridge likes to build Bruiser, so he's probably going to be about as useful as the Garen. About as much peel, but Corky's kind of a self-peeling champion. Sivian's going under the impression that nobody's going to protect him this game. He needs to stand in the back and just press all of his buttons. There, with the Rammus lock-in, you knew Sivian was going to look for something that wasn't an auto-attack based ADC. I expected his Jhin, but I'm cool with Corky. He watched your Gertzen do it. He wants to show Gertzen how to play Corky.
Well, I really wish he had the synergy to go with a Mumu, because that's stronger than you think. But hey, you know what? Sometimes you're just in that type of situation where you want to get strong poke. Karma, Corky, that's a strong poking type of bot lane if I've ever heard of one. And that is definitely going to be pretty good here.
But this Pike pick in the jungle actually makes me pretty happy. Hundatrick in the ESG's inaugural match of the season, Hundatrick tried his best to carry, but could not get kills and assists onto his teammates. So now he can just press R and give his teammates gold.
So, this will be brought back up by the end of the stream real quick, but we're going to have a few announcements to make. I'm going to start right now since we have some free time. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe you're probably very curious as to why there were not quite a good number of games for this Saturday matchup. Well, a lot of reschedules have come across, and a lot of them have been flooded over to our Sunday matchup. We'll be having a ton of matches on that one. In fact, so many in particular that I don't even think I can even name all of them accurately without checking. So I'm going to do that right now.
It looks like we've got AOL versus LBG, Naughty Nips versus Conqueror Gaming, ESG versus Les Eskimos, see if they can get a win this time, Frosty versus Aether Esports, and the Monkey Team versus Frosty Esports.
Quite a large laundry list of teams to go for, and that'll be streamed by yours truly. So come around 2 p.m. again for that situation. Don't worry, if you forget now, I'll remind you by the end of the stream. 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., I will be the cameraman for that entire bit. So, Dory, you got nothing to worry about, my friend.
I can sleep.
Yay. Gotta love them 2 p.m. situations. Certainly brand new to our program. But in any case, about 5 seconds left on the clock here. Let's see how the Garen top lane from Exdon will work out. It's been, I have to say, maybe 3 months since he's played Garen in the top lane. Let's see if there's enough changes for him to play well against the Fizz.
I actually have never seen Exdon play anything other than support, to be honest.
I have seen him play his Godfist Lee Sin good number of times. He has one of the best records on Lee Sin I have ever heard. Do you want to hear it?
Oh.
So on the Godfist Lee Sin skin, he checked the statistic. It had a 27% win rate. Whenever he used that skin on Lee Sin, he would have a 27% chance of winning a match.
Nice. I'm actually interested here in the Conqueror from Orin Blade.
Yes,
Against
I'm
the
also.
Zoe.
Yes, it looks like he's going to try to get on top of the Zoe, avoid the bubble. Nice, quick on top of the point here. Aatrox knows he has a GA, so he'll be able to get some quick trades. Problem is, can Zoe get those bubbles off cleanly? If it misses, Aatrox will have the advantage at a quick scrap, because Zoe will not be able to defend herself too much in the situation, considering Zoe has decided to go with a Comet and Electrocute. No extra summoner swaps, no extra summoner changes, so going to utilize as much damage out of the Zoe pop as possible. So, a little bit of the Sands of Time here as Sand Wraith Pike and Guardian of the Sands Rammus. Very interesting situation.
I think Fossilo and Huntertrick must have had a conversation before this match and said, "Hey, we got to go for this synergy, man. Forget our teams. We have to look good while we're playing."
Gonna look pretty good. Speaking of looking good as well, Lux bringing out the best possible skin on Lux right now. Isn't that a legendary over 3,000? I believe it is Elementalist Lux of RP. That is just expensive.
It's $25 US to you Canucks.
Quite a lot of money, quite a lot of purchasing, but it's all for the one skin. You know, you could possibly get like 4 random skins, maybe 5 or 6, and still have a chance of getting that skin, but also others. But no, he had to have it.
Oh, the
had to
Duo
put all the
Esports
money into
special.
Lux.
The short little pause there, just to tell everyone, hey, this is Duo Esports. We need to pause. We might not for this game, so let's do it right off the bat.
Indeed. The situation looks pretty simple for the most part. Vision, no, wait a second, looks to be a double invade strategy beginning here. So we must be starting the E, and let's take a look at that. Yeah, no. Now is starting nothing at this point, as Rammus has started the W first. It's no starting summoners for anyone as of right now, as the pause once again begins for Sivian. He has disappeared.
Yeah. So, looking at the item choices, it looks like Pike has chosen to take the Hunter's Machete to start the game, as well as the Rammus. Pretty standard start. Pike is, I've been hearing, has a really weak first clear, but if he can get himself enough gold for that Tiamat, he can start to catch up and do pretty well. Luckily, he's against a Rammus who doesn't exactly clear very fast himself.
Very true on both ends, but I'm afraid Pike's just a smidge slower. Unless they give him a really good, unless Sivian and Karma give a really good leash, I don't see a situation where Pike is going to beat a Rammus in a clear fest. Despite that opportunity, I think it would be in their better interest to make sure that Pike can really get to the next camp fast, as Sivian doesn't really lose too much by falling slightly behind in the wave category to a Barbie and Shuno bot lane. We don't know, though. We don't know for sure.
I'm thinking this bot lane is going to come down to mana management. We're going to see how many spells Barbie and Mother Beep and Meow spam this game, as well as the Corki and Lucian before they get any of their mana-dependent items. I've been hearing Lucian can go the new Essence Reaver, giving you 1% back on auto attacks and mana. And Corki, of course, builds the Triforce. Once he has that, he'll have a little bit better mana sustain, but...
Yep. True. Very true. To that end, I have to say, it's still a pretty interesting looking pause situation. Unless we're having a troll here, I think this should be unpausing pretty soon.
Sivian,
I would imagine. Yeah. There we go. That ought to fix that situation here. Again, it's all about lowering the health bars here. It's not about killing the target, because that's what you got Pike for. Goes for a large, long-range grab, but does not connect it. Quick trades, and the mastery spam flying all over the map by the staff squad. Q misses by Lux. The snare will not connect, and it's Aatrox dropping some disrespect. Both sides doing so. He's going for another kick. Q. It connects. Barbie might have to flash. Yes, it will be one. Q once again flying south of the border and does not connect either.
This lane
Great
just got
job
a
by
lot
Pike.
easier. That lane just got a lot easier for Sivian and MBM.
Gonna have to use some pots in order to get that health back. Nothing too lost on that other than forcing a pot down on Lux. But yes, it will be much easier indeed. Here we go. What will be the faster clear? The camera already on Rammus. Well, I'll take a look at Pike at the same time. Seems to be a bit of an interesting little race here, but Rammus having the better speed. Oh, wait a second. It's going to be a close one. Rammus will end up just barely winning that race.
By one
As
auto
Honey
attack.
just... Indeed. That extra kiting just bought a little bit more time, but it is Rammus that ends up winning that little race.
That E
They're gonna
was a
still
little
be in
bit
the camp.
awkward for Honda Trick. You do have the delay before you get it off, so it looks like he E'd into the Wolves, but accidentally passed himself backwards a little bit and missed the stun.
The Fridge here getting some quick autos onto Garen. As you can see, Garen very tanky, has a lot of health in bar, and oh my goodness, engaging. A little bit of trading going on as the E does not want to go on target. Maybe he didn't have it. Quick combo, Sivian noticing Shuno is really being aggressive here. He's going for the int. It's gonna be no full commit here as Sivian decides not to throw everything he has onto Shuno. Has heal remaining, has flash, just in case Sivian gets greedy. Perhaps this is a bait for the long con. Garrett taking advantage of the fizz, getting some quick trades. Oh, big trades there as well in bot lane. The camera doesn't know who to focus. The fighting is all over the map. Oh, looks to be just a miss on the snare by Lux. And it's still a dominating performance for Garen in the top lane as of right now.
And this lane is already pretty exciting.
I
Looks
hate
like
to cut you off again here. Zoe connects the sleep. The damage will be lightly in place as Pike's going for a quick fight. It's Rammus that seems to have the advantage. The stun connects, and Hundi looks to be out. Oh, wait a second. No, he quickly escapes on that one. Xdon going for the cutoff there. What a quick W to barely outplay that one. Zoe catches the Hundi and gets the quick kill on the sleep damage. Garen on the quick play trying to get Aatrox. He's going to be forced to resurrect. Not a lot of health on the return. He's going to suicide for it, but it's Zoe that gets the last laugh on the double. Wow. Lots of action.
a ton of excitement early. However, for Orenblade, who already is going to have a tough lane, I can expect to see him start to build towards that. Oh, it looks like he wants to get the Tiamat first, try to match her wave clear. But I can expect to see an early Hex Drinker from this comp. Lux and Zoe Burst is going to be Aatrox's biggest nightmare in this game.
Aaron making that very clear that there's not going to be an easy one. Hundi looking for some trouble here as he sees Rammus stealing his Raptor camp. Takes about all of them but one, and Hundi will be a little bit deprived there as a good strategy by Rammus to take advantage of that.
I'm seeing Fridge not actually taking the Corrupting Potion, but a Doran's Shield in this lane. Looks like he wants to try to sustain through autos and sustain through farming this lane, and not necessarily trade with Xdon because of that Garen passive.
This situation looks to be a tricky one. Xdon trying to play the slow game against Fridge. Fridge, oh boy, that's a powerful Q that he just landed on that one. Fridge, oh, sneaky, barely surviving that overwhelming amount of damage. Xdon not worrying about maxing the E. He's going right for the Q damage for the massive burst onto that Fridge. Level 6 is all it takes for Xdon to go for greed here, but Fizz is going to back and use TP.
I'm actually curious to see what had happened with Barbie's Roam. It looks like she chose not to take the Spell Thieves, but instead take the Relic Shield, so they're trying to have a more passive laning phase. Although I expected it to be explosive here, no matter what. But because of the good wave positioning from Sivian and Mother Beef and Meow, it actually looks like Shuna's fallen quite a bit behind in CS.
It's minor trading between the two. They have a lot of range against each other, both quick range and fast range. Meanwhile, Zoe, well timing the E, is able to throw every amount of damage she just took back onto the Aatrox. Ignites as well to force Aatrox to lose a ton of health bar. No ult yet for Aurelian Blade.
As soon as...
Aurelian Blade, sorry, not Aurelian. Soul.
He might as well be playing Aurelion Soul at this point. But Orin Blade gonna hit 6, gonna have that Aatrox ultimate. His passive should be up soon, and he does have the excess healing from the, what is this item even called? Rejuvenation Beads. He's got them Rejuvenation Beads. It's gonna keep him sustaining through lane, trying to survive as much of Zoe's poke as he possibly can.
Here we go. Quick engage. Silence on the Fridge. He needs level 6. Exton will have it on that level up. Uses the ultimate to keep himself standing. Fridge going to try to snake a sneaky route, but there's nowhere to run. Exton! Demacia!
Classic Fridge. Die in lane to give them false hope.
Yeah, that's where I would shake the screen a little bit.
Where's your wards, Fridge?
Here we go! Zoe misses the combo barely as Mother races out. And it will be Corky making it out as well. Zoe almost catching some people with them hands, but doesn't seem to get lucky enough.
He is holding on to a flash W. It looks like he is trying to stick around and try to make a play. Nope, he's going to try to collapse here on the Aatrox.
Yep. Meanwhile, Mother needs a little bit more health bar at this point. Wants to try something. Honey going in biz, looking for any missed positions. Not going to find anything.
Looks like Hundatrix either about to hit level 5 or he got a bit behind with Rammus soaking up some XP from his lanes during the gank on Fridge. But you do see a level advantage for Rammus.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I know what's going on. There's a sound. The sound effect of Pike's move is like
Ridiculous.
really loud,
right?
Yeah, I was like, what the heck?
Remember when Rengar got his revert, or his change on Q reverted, and he got this new passive where he talks every time he gets max ferocity stacks?
I remember when that happened to Caitlyn too. Yeah, that was
Headshot,
yeah.
headshot, headshot.
Headshot, headshot, headshot.
But yeah, Pike's
No Caitlyn.
Pike's
No
new abilities
Caitlyn.
have a ton of noise going on, so expect that in the spectator client until they fix that on Riot's end.
Yep, Aruni. And let's hope it'll be sooner rather than later. You know that mid-patch changes, by the way, which I was trying to alert the casters about for Ezreal and company. There were some very interesting situations that they noticed immediately upon the changes. One of them in particular was a Yasuo change. They realized without the normal crit items that Yasuo can just immediately abuse because of his passive, they decided to give him more of a damage out. So just ban your Yasuos. Just ban them. Just don't ever let Yasuo come back into the meta ever.
Have you had the privilege of playing with a Yasuo since the revert this morning? Was it this morning or was it last night?
It was, I believe it was this morning. Last night I did have my match against the Yasuo, and well, that was our first loss in the regular season.
Ooh.
Sad
that.
day. Yeah, sad day.
It's alright. I do think our group might actually be closer than I thought originally, especially after watching who is it play? One of the teams play last night. I was actually thoroughly impressed. I'm excited.
Garen, big advantage in the top side of the map right now. Fridge is looking for a misplay. Here comes the Wombo combo, all going to be fired in. Really nice L, but it's Fridge that does not make the connection here. He's looking for a little bit more damage. He does not get as much damage on the tick, and it's an outplay by Barbie that does the play. Garen, realizing that he could have had a play way earlier, has TP'd way too late, and now he's bot side. You know, the funny thing is he always, like, when I was playing, oh, never mind, looks like Aatrox gonna get a quick play. I'll tell that story later. Yeah, story later. Exton doing for quick trades, and it looks to be Aatrox getting ganked here, trying to get a quick jump. He gets taunted. It will not be a cooldown of his passive. He gets caught and taken out. Anyway, so as I was saying, Exton would always make fun of me all the time for TPing. Like, in that situation right there, it's like never uses TP, he would say. But then when he does use TP, he uses it at the wrong time. That's what he always tells me, and then he does that.
He's a support man. He thinks he has Ignite, man.
Gotta ignite them minions. Gotta ignite them minions.
But yep, Bridge trying to pull off the ESG hit special, hits level 6, gives up lane positioning just to gank bot lane.
Oh, what a well-placed Wombo combo. There's absolutely no champion in the game that could survive that well-placed strategy. Great job by the synergy of the staff. Here comes a oh, wait a second! Incredible play! What an amazing outmaneuver by Pike as he takes advantage of that one. But can he get another chance? Let's see. He gets a little bit CC locked down. The stun will connect. Suno fires the W, gets the play. It's too much splash damage. Can the Aurelian? Yes, he will! Sorry.
Let's go, Orin.
Blade gets 2 kills for the overextended staff.
We told ESG before this match, if they don't win, there's gonna be some consequences. They're gonna have to let me play tomorrow if they lose. And everybody knows they don't want that to happen.
Well, we'll see about that. It is going in, all combo. It's a very squishy Lux at this point. The damage burst is not gonna be enough. Surprising turnabout by the sleep combo of Zoe. Good job, Rakan, for that very well played strat, and it almost looked like a very classical bait. As Garen cleanly takes the top tower, Fizz is looking for some way to get to top as fast as possible.
Barbie is the expert of never dying in this league. Always seems like she's caught out, and then she just somehow casually walks away, and her teammates kill you. It's the most frustrating thing in the world to play against.
Yep. It's a really great e-girl strategy when you know that every boy in the world just wants to take you out as fast as possible, but then you're like, bitch! Anyway, I probably should calm down. that's not the right words to say. We're gonna have to cut that. Cut it in post.
Yeah, hello? Hello?
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, you've got Xdon trying to pull off the Garen cheese strat from the top lane right now. About to try to collapse on Hyundai Trick. Here it comes.
Here we go. Whoa! What? No way that actually hit! Mother goes down. Meanwhile, Garen was locked in the tower for a brief time. Okay, that was not synergized that well, clearly. Honey survives. Garen stays alive as well.
They're just messing with him. He's gonna spam dance mid lane. It'll be all okay.
Bit of a bummer situation. Honey had a really easy chance to re-engage and take out the Garen on that ult, but decided not to take the risk. Honey heading towards bot side, waiting for a over-aggressive Shuno and Barbie. We'll see if that's gonna happen. Tries to go for the spear, does not connect. Tries to pull him in on that one. Rammus clearing out a control ward.
Solo invade the jungle. Good job, Rammus. Just run away, buddy. But that is first turret, so it's looking like a pretty good gold lead for Best Bot and friends right now. But I can't really tell which team scales better in this situation. They both just seem like the solo queue player's wet dream, to be completely honest, and I just don't know what to expect coming into this mid game.
Well, Garen obviously one of the best competitive. Oh, wait a second. It looks to be Bridge getting a little bit out-ticked. And the damage by Rammus with the all combo, not a champion in the world is going to survive it at that point. Great job by,
Fridge.
By the jungler.
Our boy is suffering from the 0-3-0 curse. At least he built his tab eye early. It should be helping him here soon. We can.
So for the audience at home, what is the 0-3-0 curse for Fridge?
That's just bridge and lane.
Oh.
He typically comes out of lane like O something and O, but he's a tank, so he shows up and we team fight and hopefully we win. That's pretty much the ESG strat.
You could have said something. Oh, that was so unnecessary. You had a bit, you could have went with it and had it made a good fun.
I'd rather just find any way I can to make fun of how Fridge plays in lane.
Oh well. Fridge definitely getting out pressured by the Garen due to his ability to stay in lane and having a great strong tick. Honey looking for anything. Undy not gonna get that chance. Here we go, Silence. Gonna dash out just before the Silence connects, so there will be no quick kill.
The biggest downside of Pike is just how telegraphed that Q really is. I've gotten to play him once, and it's really difficult to set that up properly. You need to either combo it after landing your dash on somebody, or you need to be out of vision when you try to rock it. He's avoiding that bot lane real quick, but it does look like they're
Speaking
still
of that,
fighting.
Ramus, ult will connect. Bridge is taking some health bar, but it's a well played. Oh no, not any long volleyball. Garen with a unbelievable dive takes him out and takes out another one. No, denied this time by Zoe as he wants the kill that Garen stole previously. And the staff having a good old time here with a 7K lead. Rarity. You don't ever see that very often with the staff players. I do not know what's gotten into them, but they're definitely having a good time against the most beloved program, ESG, at Dewey's.
You guys troll too hard. This is what happens when I don't get to run draft.
Right?
They
Certainly.
they troll, man.
Yeah. Well, you know, gotta be some fun gameplay every so often, but make sure you got your strat work. And Garen will be forced to the other side of the tower. Stun does not connect. Hundy does not make that work, and that'll be Garen squeezing his way out as he spins his way out of that sticky situation. All connect bridge will end up decreasing the amount of survivability for himself, and Garen tries to do everything he can, but he gets shut down. What an unbelievable int strategy by Xdon. Clearly just doesn't play the champion at all. So I guess it just makes sense to just engage a 1v5.
It just goes to show nobody kills Bridge fifth time. We'll see.
Nobody kills Bridge a fifth time.
His build's looking pretty good. You've got the Jarm's Fist in his inventory. He's trying to stack up as much HP as he can, especially with that villain. Who actually is the villain right now?
We will certainly find out the second we run back into Garen. He will be using TP to get right to that bot lane. As of right now.
Looks like... It's not telling me. Who's the villain?
Well, it seems to be Aatrox, actually. Aatrox is the villain.
Okay.
Yes, he appears to be the villain. You can see the icon right above his head.
Oh, I see it now.
Garen looking for a backline play. He gets the combo. Taunt connects. It's a whoa!
Somebody notify the staff. Xdon is smurfing. He's actually platinum.
Wait a second. If that is true, that means this game automatically is a win for ESG. Somebody
Yeah,
needs to
winning on
verify that to
technicalities.
confirm. We have to be extra sure about these polar situations. Sleep connects. Zoe will end up sending a big play for Xdon. If he is a plat, we'll certainly find out. Anyway. Oh! Great kill by the Pike. He's looking for another one on Zoe as the chase continues. Meanwhile, midside, having the Herald could never go wrong for you. 4,200 damage onto that tower.
That is such a satisfying ultimate to use on Pike, by the way. You just feel like you're Garen, but you get that little bit of delay. The giant X character looks kind of awkward, but it's...
Oh, here we go. That's more than enough damage for the kill. Wham!
Oh, he dodged the
Nice.
ult with that.
Skillful play as well. Very skilled. Good job by Hundy on that last one. And that'll be the first death of the most elusive support in Duo Esports history, Barbie.
Yeah, that's got to be a big morale boost for ESG. They are down 8 kills and 9k gold, but they also...
It will
you
be
can also say
that
they...
connects.
It's hard to give them a benefit right now. They don't really have much going for them. Hunditrick getting invaded on by Xdon. There's really nothing he can do there without Fridge. They don't want to give up these waves. Fridge needs to farm. They really just need to farm up, look for a late game win condition, whether it's getting onto Zoe in the backline or Lucian, but Xdon and Vossalo are just too big right now to get onto.
Well, let's see how Aatrox is going to handle the Garen in this situation, no longer being the villain. It is Pike who is the villain. Which is kind of a strange concept if you think about it. Does Garen just, like, choose who's the villain? Like, he himself decides if you're a villain or not. You could, like, the other day save a puppy, but because you're on the other side of Garen, you're just a villain now? Does that feel like that's a little I feel like that's a little unjust,
Killed his warriors of justice.
but it's so confusing. Incoming! Sivian hitting the... Oh, wow, it's a really well-placed taunt that stops the Karma from having any survivability. Pike needs the health bars to drop in order to make these ult combos work. Rammus is starting to lose that health bar. Can Pike get the ult? Strange, no he doesn't. It's a... by Exxon as he takes down the Fizz.
Speaking of
And
Garen
it looks
lore,
to be too much damage, and the staff are already dominating. This should be all but over. As the only one left standing is Karma. I think that's the game. They can win it right here.
speaking of Garen and Lux lore, are Garen and Lux not siblings? Come
Uh,
on, Barbie.
yeah, they are. Oh, oh no! You went in that direction.
No, Exdon, why?
Oh no! I didn't even think of that. Oh, that's the worst. And they're dating
lore.
too.
The
Oh
lore!
no!
It's the lore, guys.
Well, the game's not over yet. They decide to take another inhibitor as
That's
the
right.
top side's beginning the siege on from the minions, and they begin to back off here. Looks like our Aatrox ain't giving up the match quite yet. Barbie will get stunned. It's slammed by
That was a
Humditrick.
good play.
He might get another chance at it if it wasn't for the buff Zoe. Meanwhile, Zoe racing out there will leave the Rammus behind. Juno trying to get away from Fridge. It will be a successful escape, and Zoe has a good chance. Hits the combo, going to try to hit it all. Oh my god! Yeah, that's about 80% of the health bar on that. At least. Sleep connects, but the last auto comes through. It's a quick kill. Meanwhile, Sivian desperately trying to stop the minions from taking that tower as Garen trying to break the ranks of the minions to chase down this Aatrox. He's racing right after him. He needs to get the combo to connect. He gets the silence, but he will not catch the Aatrox. No, he's still going for it. Q activated. Speed has caught up. Is it going to be enough? Humditrick trying to come to the rescue. Might have just made it even easier for Exxon to make a play. Q mistimed. It might be Humditrick escaping, and it will.
There you go, Humditrick. He's just pulling the Meteos effect, learning how to play the champion as he plays it.
Gonna like Humditrick, by the way, honestly. Like, I'm liking his grit so far. I'm liking his strategy. Exxon hits the silence, trying to get the help. Oh my goodness, look at all that armor that just disappeared. They're working on the Baron. Pretty easy of a take with a Garen on the split with that much pressure. Ripping the Aatrox to shreds. He needs the help bar to drop enough. He does get it low enough. Here comes for a 1v4. He's getting the damage to come through, and it's starting to rip right through these guys. He's almost unstoppable. He's not going down yet. As he's now re-engaging again. They can't stop Exxon. It will be a quick and effective Baron as Humditrick had no way to stop it. Exxon, I don't think anything can stop this man. Stay vigilant, he cries as he races away. He gets back in, he silences and kills the Fizz. He gets the Corki as well. Exxon is absolutely on fire. There's nothing, he's almost a Mundo at this point. He just goes wherever he pleases. He kills the support next. Unbelievable. He's going for the Aatrox and does not get the Quadra. Oh my
This
god!
looks like the end of the game to me.
And the
Everyone
most
check
powerful Garen we have ever seen has single-handedly destroyed the Nexus without anyone's help.
Alright everyone, check the team recruitment channel. You're going to see Humditrick, pick him up. He's a great jungler. He can't stand this team anymore. FF at 15.
That's not the only announcement we got to do, folks. But yes, if you are looking for a nice, talented jungler, I have to say Humditrick, despite that very unsalvageable situation, certainly salvaged a good number of kills and looked like a good threat out on the battlefield. Nice genuine job here. But we just came back with some statistic information. Turns out Exton is confirmed a plat player. So the victors of the match is ESG.
Congratulations to ESG for yet another win by technicality. Good job, guys.
It just earned victory. Earned victory. Great work on their part. So in surprising upset fashion, it's actually all ESG again. So the ES3 season continues for them. But final note on that one. Gonna have to say GG well played. Gonna wait for the chat to do the same thing with everyone in comment. But to the point that we're getting at, I think let's go ahead and do a quick re-announcement of what we did earlier, which was all the announcements for the games that are going to be happening on Sunday that I personally will be streaming. But hey, I mean, we can talk about numbers as well. Garen, highest damage in the game! When you don't talk about the best, because when you find the best is what you're going to get, says Exton in that Garen top lane. Don't ever try the best.
Demacia is just too good, man.
Yeah.
Can't
But
do
as we
anything
said,
about the Garen.
yeah, because he just happens to be an illegal player this whole time, so, you know. But anyway.
But the second highest buff Zoe still managed to outdamage everyone on ESG or Duo Esports staff, except for obviously our boy Xdon.
So I just heard a report saying that they are planning to do one more for the road. So we'll take a minor break, but before we do that, let's go ahead and do a quick announcement, refreshing reminder. We are having 5 games on the Sunday coming up, which means every game will be streamed from 2 p.m. Eastern Time Zone to 6 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. If you are curious about who will be playing, it'll be all one lane, and so on and so forth from there, because I can't remember the name of the teams. Do you recall them, Dory?
It's All One Lane versus Lobster Gaming, Naughty Nips versus Conqueror Gaming, ESG versus Les Eskimos, Frosty Esports versus Aether Esports, and Les Primes Cycles versus Frosty Esports.
Well, lots of fun coming. Lots of interesting gameplay for sure. I am super excited to be streaming all of that, and I hope I'll see you guys tomorrow. But until then, let's get some more gameplay action. It's ESG versus the memes. You'll be seeing it soon enough, guys. Catch you in a brief period of time. See you soon.
Familiar faces prolong the embraces. We were always once for the breakaway, but we're nearing chances to wake the day. They're calling you over, their methods are bolder. We're lost in the time now, reminding ourselves how we were always once for the breakaway, but we're nearing chances to wake the day.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Yes, welcome back, and we are ready for another quick matchup here of the ESG versus the memes. It's going to be a meme-tastic little situation here. We've got CGem and Stojan, both from the Roasted Black Pepper, joining in on the fray this time. Both Shuno and Nexon could not play, but they wanted to keep playing. So why not at this point, you know what I'm saying? So can they make some synergy, make some plays? Or will there be another person that will have to be reported for being a smurf? We certainly will find out one way or another. But bans are already starting to fly off here. What kind of situation is ESG going to go for? Another team comp strategy, or is it just going to be some more fun picks?
I'm hoping to see some more fun picks. As long as they're enjoying the game, they're not getting too upset about anything. And really, this is just for building synergy with Mother, having some fun, letting some people see some filler for a stream that was supposed to be 3 actual matches today.
Yep, and we will have our 3, and then we'll call it a day. But honestly, I'm pretty excited. I'm hoping this is going to be a good match. Let's keep the good match a-coming.
The Fridge trying to insta-lock a Mumu, though? He might. He's thinking about
please,
it.
please, please, for the memes, please!
Do it.
Please!
You're a wimp, Fridge. You won't do
You
it.
can do this! You can do it!
I hope you're listening to the stream.
No time left!
Yep, he's locking it in. Nope, there's the cane.
The
Oh,
last second cane.
he's trolling us, and then the immediate Zoe lock in.
Oh, man.
I guess ESG doesn't want to ban Zoe, man.
I guess they don't.
But
I guess they don't.
ooh, Pike getting taken away. Hunted Trick's not going to be allowed to play it again.
No,
I
he
do
will
know-
not, and it'll be quickly and easily secured by Pike.
Let's find out if we see another jungler, because Oranblade and Hunted Trick both play Kayn, actually. This one's less trolled than Aatrox. He actually has some success on Shadow Assassin Kayn mid. I doubt we'll bring it out in a match anytime soon, but it is a cool pick. It is fun to play with him when he's actually doing well. It's one of those picks that's feast or famine, though. Oh, the Gragas lock in for Hunted Trick.
Well, nothing like a big barrel of fun, quite like a Gragas. I'm hoping we get some more type of wombo combo setup. Looks to be Ari, who is also pretty good at capitalizing on missed positions. That's a good way to get some with the Gragas on the other side. I mean, on your side.
The best news to me is trying to figure out if this is a Kayn top or a Gragas top. Either way, it's going to be fun. It's going to be meme-tastic. We still don't know if we've seen a top laner from... Oh, we actually see the Urgot ban. There's a chance that the top laner has been locked in. That could be a Pike or a Graves top.
I'd imagine that'd be a nice situation. Looks to be not another... the meme team, not the staff, but the meme team. They do not happen to have any fear or any well-crafted bans this time for
Oh
their.
no, it's just FU ESG again. Never mind. Now I feel bad. Let's see. Is
Oh
ESG
wow, it is, but it's in reverse.
No, I'm just mad.
I don't think they
No
remembered that
way!
they're on red side this time. They gotta swap it around.
No way, they did it again, boys. They did it again. This time in reverse. Wow. What a fun way to do that. I feel bad now.
GSEUF. But
Wow.
this is starting to look like a very squishy comp from the Duo Esports community.
Very.
However, ESG's, we banned Zoe. No, you didn't ban Zoe. You're a liar, Fridge. But,
Well, I'm looking at a Zoe right there, so.
oh, that's not a Zoe. That's a Zareth, man.
Oh, yeah. No, I mistake the two. One's a little girl, the other one's a astral creature. You know, they happen to be pretty similar if you think about it.
But ESG's
I still take it over that Exton and Barbie, who are boyfriend and girlfriend, happen to be playing champions that are siblings.
Do we have any lore-tastic champions in this game? I don't think so. I think it's... We got 2 Darkins, I guess.
Yeah, everyone's a little all over the place when it comes to lore. One from Failure, one from a forest, the other from the river, one's from a bar.
I actually was literally going to say that.
Kane, and, you know, Kane's just kind of, you know, around.
Oh, they did ban Zoe. Zoe OP. Zach, Oriana, Echo, Ezreal.
Oh,
Lauren,
wait, they did!
Pantheon. Yep. Zoe OP.
Oh, wow! That's awesome!
Good job,
Zoe
ESG.
OP versus FUESG. Wow!
This is
That
going to be
is-
2 really
that is-
strong pick comps this game.
That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. What a meme-tastic match we've got here. Fun matches to come. That is great.
But I'm excited to see if Sivian gets baited into building Infinity Edge first on Ashe again. He mistakenly heard that I told him to first build Infinity Edge, not holy shit Sivian, wait till at least 3rd item to build Infinity Edge. I think there was a line of miscommunication in our comms the other night.
Well, we'll have to see how it works. Now, as we know, the Infinity Edge is just a crit item that turns crit into true damage.
Think about it like a Rabadon's death cap for crit now. But instead of giving flat crit values and increasing crit damage, it now doubles your crit damage.
And also gives you true damage.
And gives you true damage on your crits, yes. So it's a very good 3rd or 4th item on certain crit ADCs, but it's definitely a dangerous new bait to build first anymore.
Not to mention, it's also pretty scary. It sounds pretty scary on a Jhin, too.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
want to imagine.
It'd be very good on Jhin. We've been experimenting with a few different builds that end with him still getting a lot of crit. It is unfortunate that the Zeal items all cost more and give slightly less crit now, but what can you do? There is a way to get 100% crit in 3 items instead of 4 now, though, so that's pretty good if you want to still go for crit Jhin and get some movement speed, get 3 items instead of 4, go for late game early. Because that is like the best pure late game Jhin build. Otherwise, you're going lethality and not doing much, and Jinsu's kind of got fixed, so that's a thing.
Yes, it is a thing, and let's hope that after all of this, we see some pretty fun and well-crafted gameplay.
But the top lane matchup looks like Fridge and Hundatrick aren't trading. It's actually going to be a Kayn top. I don't know which Kayn
talk
will
about
be
the
better
new
here.
assassins going against each other.
Oh, yeah. C-Gem, he's our resident memer. We never know when we're going to see him. He's going to pop in as a sub or he's going to pop into a showcase. He's just going to do some C-Gem stuff and then go away for a couple more weeks.
Afraid to say so. Afraid to say if you take a small look at that little club tag, he happens to be the new top laner of the Roasted Black Pepper.
Oh, he's confirmed. He's your top laner now. Is he playing for? Is he trading spots with Stojan, or are you guys starting Stojan jungle? So what you played today was actually your roster?
Well, for the moment, we're certainly trying to figure out our schemes because we had a lot of difficulties for the first week with everything that went down. Our ADC Gertson had to go, so we're basically trying to figure out where to put anybody, and we managed to finally figure out everything. I'm afraid at the last moment, going into our first regular season match, and it showed how little practice we did because, my goodness, we tossed that one right into the garbage the moment we had the chance to win it.
You guys still did your best, from what I hear, but the second showing was at least a good one for you guys. So at least you got a win, a 1-1 so far. Can't say the same for ESG. We haven't had our second game yet.
Well, I believe in you guys because the opponents you're up against didn't even show up until the very last moment, and even then in that situation, we still had the opportunity to still play them. And as you watched previously in the match earlier, well, it ended the way it did.
Rakan and I had a bit of a bureaucratic mistake. It was they have until 10 after, but I guess technically they have the whole minute, so at 11 after we were supposed to call it. But you guys did fine anyways. You still got the W, whether it's by technicality or by actually beating them. Congratulations.
But, well, in any case, it was definitely a pretty interesting match to watch. I don't know if it's going to be like, I don't know if I'm ever going to get any more Scion games out there, but certainly the coach, after talking with him about it and how well I did in the game, he might, our coach, by the way, Blue Shadow Knight, well, it's Coach Knight, if anyone's curious, he said I did a pretty solid job with it and said he might want to consider maybe some more Scion in the future, depending on the performances going further. But in any case, guys, it's game time. Enough about little gossips here and there. Let's see if the meme can defeat the dream. Bet you never heard that in a sentence before.
If only. Basically, ESG being a meme is something I've just come to terms with. But
Let's be fair here. Let's be genuinely nice and fair. Regardless, they are still, in my opinion, one of my favorite teams, one of the most beloved teams, and I genuinely like every single one of you guys.
We like you too, Army. Thanks, man. But into the game now. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a stack up in the bottom tri-brush from ESG. Yes, we're eating and casting, because there's 5 of you people watching. This is a meme game, thank you very much.
Yeah, Zerbay, yeah. Sorry, man, I haven't eaten in a while. Like, I haven't eaten in a good...
Man.
Yeah, I want food.
My screen says 11 viewers.
Thank you, Herman. Yeah, there's 11.
Yeah, there's
okay. All right. For your guys' sake, I'll stop eating and let my food spoil and rot and die, just so that way I can. Yeah, it's okay, man. It's just funny. At least you guys are good at casters. Yeah. Oh, thank you. That's really nice. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you.
But got Hunted Trick, just standard startup. Same for Boslow. This is a little bit more stable of a team composition, minus the Pike top, minus the Zig support. Actually, this is just nuts. This is... Never mind.
Actually,
they're still memeing.
Yeah, this is a pretty meme team.
We do have two
now, Pike and Kane in the top lane. What is your information? Do you have any at all about a Kane and Pike in the top lane at all?
Not in the top lane. Kit-wise, Kane's probably a little too predictable, I guess. Like his Q is very telegraphed, and until he gets Shadow Assassin, his W is very telegraphed. And it makes it easy for CGM to charge and land his Q. However, it looks like they're getting a trade in. CGM did hit level 2 first.
Ooh, yeah. Zoe trying to pressure real quick, ends up taking an on-favor tower shot. It's about 10% of the health bars on both sides in that mid lane. Wow, everyone's really getting it. Oh my goodness, even an invade going on. literally everyone trying to get the attention of the camera, and somehow bot lane just got to be important again. Q misses. They cannot seem to get that synergy to work. Sleep lands, charm connects. Will somebody just go down already? Anyone, just go down
Orin
for the first
survives.
blood.
Everyone survives. What summoners are we down? Mid lane, no summoners. Top lane, still has summoners. Bot lane, you're missing a flash on Barbie's Naughty and an ignite on Mother Beep and Meow. So expect to see bot lane get a little bit more explosive, especially if Barbie continues to miss position in the lane.
Well, Tree Gem certainly trying to utilize that ability, but I think Kane has a bit better clear and better quick trades than CGM at this point. But there's certainly going to be a fight. CGM utilizing his ability, needs to get that health back. He does get it, as Fridge cannot catch up with him.
Fridge does have a melee.
Oh, wait a second. He didn't even see this coming until it was already right there. It's one more auto needed. He's not going to get the reach, but it looks to be CGem with the last dagger strike. Gets it right in the back of the Kane. Takes him down. Confirmed. Pike better than Kane. Confirmed.
I guess. I don't. Fridge, what were you doing, man? You turned your You decided to turn your screen off for a second there, buddy?
Apparently no dodges required. He thought there was not enough range on that Pike. Little did he realize one strike right in the back was way farther than the thresh hook. And that's how the cookie crumbled.
It's me. I'm breathing into his mic. My apologies, SPT Soccer. I am moving, and I have to use my headset mic, and I have my settings a little funked up.
Well, don't excuse Hermit. He's the guy that's making the problem. Not
Oh,
you.
right. Hermit, stop breathing in my mic, man.
I like your tone shift. It sounded funny. Anyway. Oh, Barbie! Oh, the bounce by Mother gets the Barbie, and that is some revenge from last game as ESG, the Dream, is starting to defeat the meme back at it as the game is back to tied.
Yeah, this is looking like a little bit closer of a game, at least from the laning perspective. Fridge has only fed a little, but he does have a 10 CS lead going for him, so that's good.
Trying to get a stun lock, doesn't connect. Fridge has the upper hand. CGM losing a lot of health bar. Meanwhile, gank in bot lane. Divian will end up being blown away as Stojin gets the last arrow to the back and gets the quick advantage in the bot lane.
Now, unless Fridge gets ganked, he's definitely going to be going for the Rost this game. He's going to get it really fast, constantly trading with CGM, trying to keep the pressure up. It's part of why he keeps getting ganked, but I mean, Fridge getting ganked in 2K18, low.
So, Fridge, pressure. Is he going to go for an all-in here without his ultimate? He's certainly going to get some help regardless. Here's the easy wombo combo with the flash E! Incredibly well played! Can he get the Q? No, his distance was a little too far. And the great outplay by CGem was only a mere tick away. And a hitbox or two, and he could have had it. Charm connects, Sleep connects as well. And it's Zoe. Whoa, wow.
Disrespect.
Yeah, that was disrespect, except he didn't do anything about it. It's a stun lock. Fridge does not hit a single ability on him, and neither will get a kill out of it. Fridge ends up getting the quick kill, and it's Gragas that gets the play. Yeah, often effective.
Now let's see if Fridge gets his transformation yet. Can't tell. Is he just buying?
I mean,
Looks like he might just be buying, no transformation yet. It will happen early, most likely. So
gonna have the red one against, gonna have the red one against Pike for sure. Stojin ends up getting heavily locked down there by that bubble. And now Barbie's taking a heavy trade. The crit damage, the auto by Sivian takes him out. What a very frozen bot lane. Cold is definitely gonna bother Barbie anyway. Oh, that was a really desperate attempt to try on that joke. Oh, wait a second. Sivian, unbelievable flash, gets the double kill, and the Dream is still alive here, folks.
Looks like Sivian really pulling in a little bit more effort this game. Mother Beep and Meow, too. Looks like their lane synergy just took one game of practice to get out there. Of course, Barbie having to lane with 2 different ADCs each game. See how it goes though. RBP representing so far. Do have 2 assists on the Graves so far. Nice 15 CS advantage over Hunted Trick.
It's unlocked. C-Gem trying to lower the health bar on Fridge. The damage from both electrocutes doesn't work out. Graves looking for a quick play on Gragas. Not enough health bar. Needs a little lower than that. Just one more auto. No, he's not going to get it. The ult was not enough.
The regen from the red buff and Gragas passive was enough to survive. That's some real good thinking from Hunted Trick. He definitely was in a risky position, but I would not have thought to do that. I would have said, oh shit, I'm dead, and just dealt with it.
Yeah, maybe go in on that, try to get him under tower with the lockdown. I see what the play could have been. But hey, you know what? Hunted Trick definitely showing some good stuff here despite being counter juggled multiple times. C-Gem utilizing very well of that aggressiveness. Despite Fridge cleanly out-farming him at this stage, C-Gem definitely having a good time. It's a quick knock-up here. It's the slam, but it's an ultimate used by Kane to go inside of C-Gem, and it could be enough. Here's the last swing of the Kane. What an incredible outplay by Fridge.
That was actually beautiful. It's okay, Fridge. We've added to your list of champions that you're allowed to play. I'm starting to think that his cheese pick list is starting to get longer than his, just, you know, champions.
Because he's trying to find cheese picks instead of actually trying to get better at the good champion.
No Camille, no Fiora, but Conqueror Fizz Sight. Ooh. Got some
unbelievable bubbles has made this so much easier for the Wombo to be set up. Sivian and Mother are just dominating on these synergized Wombo combo setups.
Let's check out Graves trying to wrap around. Don't know if he's looking for some pick on Orange since he has low HP. Looks like he's trying to counter jungle, but he's not going to find too much until he heads up to the Gromp. But Fridge could meet up with him if he has an idea. Yep, he is caught out by that ward.
Looks to be Fridge looking for some problems as he's waiting around, lurking around the wall edge. Graves knows that there was a Kane on the other side. It's this situation that seems to be pretty beneficial. He's looking for a control ward to destroy. He's going to find one. And Fridge, now overextended, is going to now deal with a Graves and... A Graves and a very strong C-Gem. But I don't know if that's going to be quick engage right away. It looks to be a minor scrimmage as it's big advantage for the Red Kane right now. Charm connects, but it's an ultimate well placed by Zoe to keep him alive. Sojin 2v1ing here and goes down again. And it is just mispositioned by Stojin here consistently as it is not looking well for him.
I'm a little concerned about C-Gem's decision to go for Moby Boots on the pike. It really doesn't benefit him all that much, given that he's been just having to chill and lane, keep pressure on.
Oh, Barbie! Well placed Wombo combo makes it heavily punished onto Hunted Trick, who is trying to desperately get out of that situation. Tosses a Q, will not connect it, and it's a quick escape for that team. C-Gem and Barbie will now begin their work here as Graves will make this a quick and easy Mountain Drake for their secured objective control.
Let's see if Fridge can take this time to get enough damage down on the top turret. Looks like he's got a decent sized wave, but the TP's coming in, gonna stop him from going for that half HP point.
Quick and simple and easy. Good rotations and a TP as well to secure the tower. Nice job by everybody.
Fridge is looking to get him nice and low, look for that ultimate, try to survive a tower dive. On the Ross, you do get a significant amount of health back after you ultimate.
Dunk connects. C-Gem will get his ult back as well. Both of them had ult there, and I think C-Gem made the right call in trying to not force his ultimate unless he knows he can get Fridge here. But Fridge doesn't want to force a play under tower as it looks like. Oh, well placed, bursting damage from the electrocute. He's wanting one more to hit, but none of the W's from the Firefox touches the Graves. No, none of them. Not even he just needed 2, and that would do the trick. And he just didn't get it!
Someone cue up the badly played recorder version of the Titanic theme song, please.
I just thought of Jurassic Park. I don't know what's wrong with me. I was like, na-na-na-na-na. Ult by Ash connects onto the Varus, but it's not going to be a play here. Oh, ult combo. It's a wombo and a flying bomb that lands right onto them. Zoe ends up getting the sleep. The Q will make this easy, but it's not going to be as easy when Gragas gets there. They're going right for the separation. Hundi tries to dodge the Q. It will get that chance. Needs the E to land, and it's Graves that comes around the corner, gets the kill on Ash. Gragas, nowhere to run. Throws himself at the Varus and gets the quick kill. He is getting autoed by the bombs, and it's Barbie that gets another kill for the road. Stun connects. CGM 1v1ing Bridge, dodges it. Ult online. They're both in the perfect position for this, but CGM no longer has the ult. Ari gets the kill in bot lane against Graves. CGM dodges the W, and it looks to be finally over.
Now, it does appear that there's about a 30 to 60 second TP advantage for CGM. Bridge was a little bit later on his, and there is a turret down, so you can expect to see some plays top lane, possibly, or not, or they're just going to go back to typical lane assignments. ESG does have an advantage there, where they're trying to get Fridge rotated bot, while Sivian makes his way top for that big wave. But I'd honestly expect to see CGM head towards the bot side, get Stojan headed top, get him a safe lane to farm in.
Yeah, that would seem like a wise decision for sure.
But,
although, from what it looks like right now, Sojin definitely trying to force the tower at bot side. It's a good call for right now. I don't see a situation where Gragas is going to come in. Sleep is just a little bit stronger than the charm. Oh, that's just not even fair. That wasn't even fair. That didn't even look like that even hit the target. That's how powerful you can get a Zoe to be.
This Zoe pick just proven to be a pain. Instead of just banning
Banning
Zoe,
it out.
they had to do the ESG way and spell out Zoe OP.
Well, I mean, you know, it was banned. They banned Zoe, but they just didn't ban Zoe. Oh, I love how dumb that sounded. Anyway, Honey will end up getting invaded here. It's a bit of damage by all members here. The combo, the ult by Gragas keeping in the Graves. He will not escape, but the move up goes over to the Ziggs, and it's Honey that gets the big price and taken down there. The ult will connect. One ultimate. No, it's not enough of the low health bar. CGM does not kill Sivian, but it will be Buff Zoe that does.
For anyone who doesn't realize, Pyke's ultimate is an X. It's a skill shot shaped like an X.
No way! How did he have enough mana for that? I can't believe it. He had, I don't even know, like, I would dare say that if he went to his neighbors and asked for a cup of sugar, he would say, I need that much, an ounce. Thank you. And then make
exactly
a big,
this many
amazing pie out of it that killed a man, and now the police are looking for a Zoe.
It looked like he was standing there looking at the Nami, because he completely ignored Orin just walking up to him, but he just stood there, and it looked like he was just looking at his mana bar, being like, how much do I need for this again? Saying, okay, I have enough, time to go. Got himself
And then
a kill.
bam! Ari right in the face too, and yet wasn't enough damage to kill Buff Zoe. That's crazy. And why would you want to buff that? That is really strong.
Same as when he changed his name to Buff Stopwatch when it was still good. You know, before it went from 6 to 10 minutes on its cooldown, or on its initial countdown.
Zoe predicting Fridge's move, Fridge cautiously dodging it. Engaged appears to be the time. They need a knockup. Both will not connect. It's a oh my goodness. Gonna have to practice that in the near future. Definitely a misplays all over the map on that. We're engaged. Fridge will get out of that. And no catches onto the Kate either.
Looks like we're gonna see Graves make a play top lane. Sivian is pushing in. They know that he's top side. He just got the rip arrow. But they're
All
gonna sit
connects,
there
all
and
to
have
return by Ash, all by Nami as well. The bubble barely touching, but will connect. Sivian trying to force his way through, but it's Stojin's damage too much, and Nami will get out. Unfortunately, just not enough. And then
Super
now begins
unlucky plays for ESG.
really, really unlucky. Just slightly, just a step or damage more, and they would have these kills. I see. Honestly, that's kind of. I'm not gonna make fun of you guys, but that is the theme with you guys. You always seem to be just close enough, but you don't have an ignite, and you don't have that other thing that you might need to get that play to work. It's just you're so close. You just don't get it. I don't know what it is. I don't know how that always happens to you guys.
It's all part of discipline. We, as well as you, we got ourselves a coach as well. We got rescued. She's splitting time with us and helping out her little sister team of, what is it? Kiss. Because she's on the big sister team. But, we know nothing about Kiss Gaming. She doesn't share information back and forth, but she's been kind of helping us out with our bot lane strategy. And it's really showing on Sivian. He's getting a lot better at guiding his supports in lane and helping them be successful.
Well, certainly gonna be very successful. Stun connects. It's an easy kill for Fridge as he takes out C-Gem. It's a quick Drake take as it looks to be a quick secure for the blue side. Somehow they managed to take that during all the camera confusion. Sivian wins that fight, and somehow the dream has overpowered the meme.
And suddenly it's 4 for 0, and ESG has lane priority and the dragon. It's unfortunate
Close
they don't have
game.
the Mountain Drake. They do have the stalling ability from Barbie, but she is out of mana.
Quite the dream we got here, and quite the meme. And towers have fallen in the benefit for ESG, as they somehow managed to not only take an Ocean Drake on that one, but they also managed to win the fight and take out 4 members. Looking very good for those guys.
It's just the ESG way, man. We're gonna find out. Give it about 5 more minutes, see what happens. They might just find a way to throw, but this next lane assignment, series of lane assignments we see from ESG are gonna be super important. That's pretty much going to dictate the flow of the rest of the game, whether or not they can keep this momentum and actually use it to do something useful.
Well, as of right now, it's back to the lane assignments again. Ari's bot side, Kane backing, Pyke getting the wave back up, has some of the lethality that is going to make it very strong for him with the crit. He's looking for, with the true damage that he's looking for.
I am a fan of what's going on. However, it looks like Fridge is just chilling, just waiting for an item somewhere. It's good to see he got the Dust Blade. I personally would like to see him go a little bit more Bruiser in his build. But if he thinks he can get onto Zoe, Stojin, or Barbie's Naughty, then by all means go for it, my dude.
So, tough spot for the Dream Team as they're kind of waiting for their opponent to make a move to counter it. Baron was being focused for a bit as they're trying to get as much vision on that area as possible. They will be revealing said vision. It's a somehow gets connected, and that could have been a massive kill if every ability connected on that one for sure. That would have been a big kill on Gragas. But none, not even a single ult was landed.
Boslo being caught out of position.
Oh, well played! Ultimate by Ashe and Charm! There was no CC alive that could have been placed any better than that.
This is what they've got to do. ESG has to control vision in the top or bot jungle. They got to choose one side and just say,
oh, Stojin will end up being taken out here. The last auto attack by Fridge gets the kill. Very well crafted play, and ESG beginning the charge. It's a CC lockdown. Ultimate fired. I don't even know where. I think he just slipped out of his hands. Like, whoa!
I didn't even know
And he-
Fridge could blink.
Well, who knew? C-Gem gets the pull to land, but it's a very easy play for the Pyke. It's countered immediately by the Ari. Yikes! Close situations every single step of the way. Even the slightest mispositions have led to kills now. Towers taken by Fridge. He doesn't like the true damage that would be procced on him if autos come off.
Fridge says no. Fridge says
Ooh.
W. I walk away. I do can't.
And he's
somewhere
out.
else. Zoe.
Oh,
Nice play,
the
but yeah.
ult connects the stun. That is now even further due to the fact that Zoe jumped right back onto the position. Sivian's definitely having a great time down there.
I'd like to just highlight quickly. Where is it? Oh, the passive from Essence Reaver. Hail of Blades refunds some of your ultimate, man. No, it doesn't. No. After using your ultimate, you get better attack speed. So Sivian, as soon as he lands that R, just attacking fast. Couple that with the Hurricane, Berserker Greaves, and still hanging onto the precision tree. He still wanted to play.
Scouting. Scouting
for lane.
complete. Ban Fridge's Kane. Oh, incredibly well played by Hundy Trick, and that is a easy, well played combo by Fridge. Fridge is definitely dominating right now, both in the farm category on both sides and in the kill category. He's just on fire right now, and all that practice and farming has absolutely helped Fridge get a lot better at being in the right position.
He had an entire game of practice meeting. He said, okay, I'm not allowed to beat anymore. I'm going to stop.
Varus returns the ult, but gets one thrown right back into his face. That stun will never end, and Stojan goes down to Fridge. Wow! Sivian's ults are almost shockingly strong, and it looks like he just can't miss.
He is doing work on this game. Mother King playing the support role as well. Those two are positioning really well, keeping out of trouble for the most part. Tons of kill participation.
Whoa! Pulled him right over the wall on that one. Interesting little thing to think about.
It's actually between the two of them. They both got between 13 to 15, or 13 and 14 kill participation, which is pretty huge. Only two players on the team above 50%. They're doing work, but Bub Zoe is trying his best to keep the Duo Esports meme team alive right now. Barbie doing her best to secure vision, has the fully upgraded support item right now. Prepping Baron here, it looks like. They want to try to contest this Baron, keep ESG off of it. They know ESG has lane priority, so...
Oh, Nami might be dead there. Oh no, the Baron does not get the last auto needed to take out Mother. Re-engaged, can't see a thing. Hundy gives him the belly bump and takes him out of the match.
Boslo is having a really unlucky game today. He doesn't have the support of his lanes very well, but as free as he wants to accentuate that lead by invading the enemy jungle and fighting Gragas. But Gragas is able to turn back and stall until his lanes can show up, and it makes it really tough.
That brings up okay, this is an interesting question that I really want to know, but first things first, C-Gem leading the Kane onto a Satch charge. Great positioning, allowing Fridge to not get that easy kill. Charm connects, and Sivian helping out Ari to get that kill. So anyway, I was about to say is, wouldn't the crit from the W work on Sivian? Which means if that is true, does that mean every time he fires a W, that would mean he would be doing true damage as well as double the amount of crit damage from the W?
In theory, I haven't gotten a chance to test it since the patch came out, but it very could be a thing.
We are definitely going to find out for sure.
That's another Mountain Drake. That's huge for ESG right now. And as you can see, the next one's an Inferno. That's going to be a huge game changer if the Duo meme stream team can... I'm just coming up with different names for this team every time I say it. If they can come up with a way to get that Infernal Drake, a way to zone off a fight with Barbie and above Zoe's zone control in the pit, they can potentially start to turn this game around, but right now it's looking like eerily in
a
ESG.
30-minute, maybe even a 40-minute match could be, depending on how everything looks. But this definitely seems like a 30 to 40-minute type of game so far, because the capitalization everyone's really going for just isn't very easy to land and isn't super the most consistent thing. So, oh, the long con bait. Zoe will rip through Kane with no magic resist and only a Merc Treads. Kane lost 80% of his health bar on that one combo.
They wanted to protect that bush so bad. Double the control wards, double the vision. Man, can't see me in here. But Zoe is she's sitting on 2 items now. She's got a decent amount of farm. Varus is trying his best to keep up, still sitting on the most CS on his team, but those 7 deaths are really starting to show, especially for him and the Graves combined for 13.
Body slam, knock up, will end up throwing himself right back with his own ultimate. Zoe will be forced into a bad spot. Varus winning against the Ari is still 2v1ing, actually 1v1ing now, as it looks to be Pike going down to the Gragas. The blue team grabbing a double kill will end up giving him a decent shot here, but Stojan does not want to give up yet. He's trying, dodges the bubble, even though I think he misread the hitbox on that bubble. Ends up flashing a little bit unnecessarily, but will not be able to get the play he's looking for. He's going to have to read back under tower. This is a close one. Ash does not have ult. Varus is doing everything he can to get that tower to stay away from their opportunity, but it's not working out. It's a quick one for the Dream. They will get themselves a inhibitor to go with that tower take.
Oh, I'd really like to see them rotate for this top turret now, but they are a little low, so it might be a bit risky, might be a bit greedy.
So I'm thinking he would have went Spirit Visage in a different type of situation here, but you know, I would even dare say he could have even gone like a Sunfire Cape as well for it. But hey,
I think he's reading the Shadow Assassin guide.
Yeah, he must be. He's doing a good job.
Yeah, he'd be a lot tankier though if he had that Spirit Visage right now. If he had the, if he realized that the regen synergizer was passive, that or he could have waited for the Shadow Assassin.
Oh no!
Down goes.
That is just horrible. And then he hits him with the dab. Oh, literally! Hey, did I just fire a skill shot and it didn't kill me? All right, well let me just fire a skill shot back. Oh, bye. That is horrible. That's horrifying to watch.
Yikes, Aurora, you don't look so good. Yes, unfortunately, he wasn't prepared for the beam power of the Zoe one trick.
So, stun in place, gets the ult to combo. They are ripping through Kane. But now GA gone. It will be Kane that needs to get inside to get some health back. Going right for Graves. Ult connects. Tossed right back in with a well-placed spear. He gets the ultimate, but it's still not enough to kill him. Bridge, somehow staying alive, is in this game. Whoa! Sivian going down fast.
ESG's just trying their best to keep pushing this lead, but duo team is pushing back. Bridges build is definitely starting to show.
No, they're gonna engage. Bubble does somehow, some way, some reason. I don't even get it, man. I don't even get it.
Somehow Fridge survives the chase from Graves as well. So that's really good. Orenblade looks like, did he just use his ultimate? Yeah, he did. But CGM trying his best to defend, has no mana, taking a ton of damage from these 2 super minions. He just doesn't have his team there to help him. Looks like he's trying to wait on Vosslo, but Vosslo's trying to decide whether he wants to back or if he wants to stay around, try to contest this Baron, because BSG
well, they have no AD carry. They have 0 AD carry to do this. So this means this is going to be a good amount of time. Ash ult being fired to slow down whoever gets in the path. I'm going to see it land on the Graves, as that is the best possible target to hit in this situation, and that will be a Baron for them. Great, Simeon, amazing long-range ultimate to delay the Graves even longer. Great work.
Oren missing the Q, trying to get a little bit of an easy pick-off, but
that's just cruel. That is just, and then here comes Zoe that would have gotten the kill if it wasn't for
Not Bard mids or Rage quit. Yeah, we saw how that worked for Naughty Nips. Bard mid OP, 3 supports OP then.
And this will be a pretty easy take for the Dream as they get themselves another Drake to go for. And Infernal is really good for their situation because this makes it a lot easier for their damage to come through. You can tell how hard it is for the synergy of the game right now when you Pike. It's like even if you somehow manage in some way, shape, or form to survive, or I should say, like, even if you somehow manage to live through that, Pike's just gonna use the execute to finish you off.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
They really do just want to play around picking off Warren right now. He is mispositioning a little bit, getting a little overzealous. He thinks he's really strong with the Ludens and the Rabadon's Death Cap, especially with the Magic Pen right now. Looks like he's just trying to finish Zonias. So if he gets picked off again, pop the Zonias, wait for his team to follow up, because they've been doing that. He's just been a little bit early on the attempt to get a pick. He's paid for it a few times now.
Mm-hmm.
Picking up blue buff, things are starting to slow down a teeny bit while we wait for that inhibitor to
Oh,
come
very
back.
much so, yes. This is definitely, like I said, should most likely be the type of game where it could be 30, 40 minutes. We're seeing a late game environment come around too, and so far we have not seen a 18 level yet. And the meme team over here for CGEM, Vaso, Buff Zoe, Stojin, and Barbie are all definitely having a very difficult situation going up against a competitive environment right now, and despite having an easy quick clear and quick kill, they can't seem to get the lockdown that they're looking for.
Yeah, and it's looking like ESG actually has a comp right now, is the issue.
Yeah, it does.
They are a competitive team that's actually building comps, actually has been trying to get coaching and get help. And this is just a for fun thing, but even though
they've got an interesting bait plan here. They're waiting outside the vision. Fridge walking up, does finally see him, and now they back off. Fires the E, does not get a sleep to connect, and they're beginning the siege up outside with the Baron advantage that they've got. Bubble looking pretty easy. It's great that it's aimed and well, but oh, connect! It's a massive wombo combo, pulling out one member right off the bat. Zoe gets the quick kill. It's an engage by Bridge. Ari gets one member. Zoe gets a returning kill. Ash gets two more for the road. Zoe's the only one left, and it's not going to be enough. The triple does not stop it. And it's Ari and Gragas versus the Ziggs now. The siege is beginning on the bot tower, and Barbie has got to make a choice. Defend that tower against the two of them, or start going to the top side to defend that tower. I do not think
she's
there's a lot of
going to lose both inhibitors here no matter what. If she tries to defend against
maybe
Warren,
even
Hunter
three.
blow her up.
Maybe even three, depending on how this works. They're going to go for a quick play. Oh, incredibly timed by Bob. Dodge that. That's one, that's two, and they do not look, they don't like the third one. They're going to go ahead and let it go. The dream is way out in front.
Yeah, eventually Voslo
yeah.
damage. Graves does scale very awkward way. He's incredibly strong early, and he's one of those champions that like isn't amazing with 2 items, maybe even 3 items sometimes, but once he hits 4, 5, 6, he starts to really do a lot of damage again. Oh, Stone's getting caught out real quick. Good job,
The
Warren.
classic bait. The very classic bait by the Ari there. That was a very well played one. You don't see that very often, which is why it worked in that situation for sure. Good work there, really.
Missing ping and a half, okay.
Oh, that was enough!
Pike.
He actually killed Ari there.
Unlucky. Oh, Sivian coming down.
Oh,
Zoe's getting bounced around like a ping. They're just
that
playing
was
ping pong with it, man.
amazing. That was an incredibly well placed one. I always love seeing a Gragas wombo combo done right. That looks amazing. That was amazing. I mean, that looks really great.
Pike, I did not know Pike's Q can pull champions over the wall. That's interesting.
Yes, it can. We did see it a bit earlier in the game, but seeing it again here, folks. G-Gem having a good time with that Q. Gonna hit him again, bringing him back into the tower range. Hyundai not going to go down yet. Oh, one down. He's got a double. No, it gets out of range. Q will not connect. But it looks to be A big play for Fridge. He's going right for Graves. The damage is so much. He has a GA. He should survive that for the most part. Here we go. He gets the quick kill. Knock up. And the siege begins at the top side inhibitor. Trying to hit the Q. Does not connect. Here we go. Towers are gone except for one on the Nexus. No, they will not try to go for that inhibitor. Oh my goodness, I'm getting sick of me talking now.
Right? I'm getting sick of it's tough trying to talk over like a meme stream.
Yeah. Well, I hope the viewing audience has had a good fun so far, but I am tired and I want this to be over.
Let's see.
Also, sick of me talking.
9 deaths. 9 deaths on mid. 9 deaths in the jungle. 9 deaths in the other mid. And basically, they really need Voslo to start catching up. If Voslo can actually start doing some damage, actually utilizing some of his gold, they might be able to come back with these fights and turn the game around. But honestly, with a 9,000 gold lead and complete map positioning,
No
ESG
way.
just
Gets
has to
away with it again? No. Charm misses.
No,
7-10 and dodges. Goes to re-engage on the ult. Disengages again. Activates the Gromp. Gromp is fighting against Ari as well. Here comes the cavalry. Mother gets a quick kill onto the top laning Pyke. Dojin not going to have a chance to get out of that and gets taken out.
Wishes do come true sometimes. It looks like they finally got what they needed to start ending this game. Fridge is out in the front trying to zone him off, get his team down the bot lane and into the Nexus turrets. Fridge
Low hits, knock up, Graves, health bar, dropping, fast. Zoe takes out Nami. Fridge takes out Graves. Will this finally end?
It's almost over.
Six.
ESG is
Defending it with the best of her ability to do so. Barbie's gonna let it go, and it's finally over.
ESG proving
The
yet
dream.
again that they can win when it doesn't matter. Good job, guys. Now go win your match tomorrow, or I'm gonna be sad.
2-0 victory for the Dream as they've won out the day against the long and hard-fought series of the best-of-3 match. They have won it. 2-0 victory. Clean.
They lost the first game. They lost. ESG, no. Alright, I want to see how much damage Voslo did.
Alright, you go do that. I'll be momentarily right back to help with the advertisement stuff. Be right back.
Okay. Voslo did manage to get off 20,000 damage, but Fridge hurt, Orin hurt, even though he died a lot. The Ashe ultimates were on point. But Zoe was trying her best. Zoe and Ziggs did a ton of damage, but jungle and mid just weren't able to hang on that game. Real unfortunate. Gragas too, trying to do more of a hybrid build. As you can see, he did have some AP in his build, but having that Abyssal Mask for Ari and Mother, having the Spirit Visage, and then just the core of the Lichbane and Runic Echoes was really all he needed for damage. In terms of damage taken, though, you can see here that Gragas did soak up his fair share, Fridge did soak up his fair share, but the squishy comp of Duo Esports viewers just too squishy, man. They died too easily, and Fridge and Hunter Trick were able to soak up a ton of damage, and as you can see here as well, the healing from Nami, healing from Gragas passive, and healing from Rost Kane passive was just way too much to keep up with, and this comp was actually doing really well. There wasn't too much in terms of grievous wounds on the enemy team as well. You've got a Morellonomicon from Zoe, but no grievous wounds anywhere else on the roster. So that's pretty much where it kind of went sour in my opinion. But real quick, let's take a look at the vision score, see how they did. Nami getting a nice big 63.
I'm back.
Fridge actually had a relatively decent vision score. These are kind of low scores across the board for this long of a game, almost 40 minutes long. But time for
Dreams.
the one the army loves.
And memes.
Do we have any zeros? Siegem! 40-minute game. You didn't buy a pink ward. Come on, Siegem.
Well, we'll have a talk about that with him, for sure.
Bust your balls, man. Come on. Get buy pink wards.
Come on. I'll have a talk with him about that for sure. Anyway, So let's go ahead and get right onto those advertisements and then call it a day, huh?
Sounds good to me.
All right, so final reminder here, folks. 5 games tomorrow, 2 p.m. starting. Going to be a lot of matches. Going to be a lot of gameplay. I'm hoping we'll see you guys then, so we can find out for sure on that one. If you have any idea, just look at the bottom right corner. You will see all the games and that are going to be played at that time. Remember, 2 p.m. Eastern time zone. So
Yes.
let's hope we'll have all those games at that time. Anyway, guys, this has been Army Overlord.
And I am Dory Ignorant K. Thanks for watching, everybody.
And we'll see you next time. Good night. Or good afternoon. Yeah, it's good afternoon, yeah.
One